All right. So
That's
last
actually my
time.
first name. My last name is Small Batch. Oh, no, my my first name is Elijah Craig. My middle name is Small Batch, and my last name is Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. 94 proof.
Awesome.
Okay. Cheers. Go. I'm sorry.
So last time on the Curse of Strahd, you guys destroyed the final hag that lurked in the windmill of Old Barn Grinder, and
Yeah, we did.
you freed a bunch of cool kids.
Yeah, we did.
Some of them were cool.
They're great
Half of them
kids.
didn't have souls. So, you guys, on the road to Vallaki, the town where the children come from, you encountered a small barbarian raiding group that was sent by STRAHD to intercept you. Gedwin tried his best to befriend them and succeeded before Jorbis and Ironwolf decided that friendship is for the weak and killed all of the barbarians. Doing so, they freed a group of Vistana, which are gypsy-like people who wander the roads of Barovia. After pawning off the soulless children to them, they received advice from these wonderful Vallaki, which was Gorbev the Gorgeous, as he's known, his wife Anastasia, and his daughter Revenivia. They informed you several things about Vallaki, one of which is a very important passcode/greeting, which is "All will be well."
All
Gorbev
will
said that
be well.
Yes, Gorbev said if you don't follow that, they will throw you in jail for disturbing the peace and spreading malfeasance. Anastasia, in her own crooked way, informed you that there is a large amount of were-ravens in the town. And she seemed to despise them, calling them grease-feathered monsters that need to be killed as soon as they're seen. But Anastasia's not exactly the nicest person, so you're not entirely sure if she's...
That's the wife, right?
Yes, and then the beautiful young Revenivia, after telling the children that there is a toy maker in town who goes by the name of Olev Blinsky, she also informed you that there is a festival that is about to take town. This also coincides with with Gedwin's desire to finally reach
the wine fields.
Yes.
The wine fields.
I support you in your wish.
Brewery/winery.
Oh.
Slash
fields.
Flash fields.
Slash fields.
We're gonna go meet Sally. It's gonna be good.
Yes.
Sally Fields.
Elijah Craig.
Sally Fields and Elijah Craig. Yes.
And
Elijah Craig, Small Batch.
Small batch bourbon. Kentucky bourbon. So.
Okay.
Well, with that being said, let's continue our journey into the land of Barovia.
Yeah, dude.
And see if we can break the curse of Strahd. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, you guys pick up with a new cart. Jorbis is a little tuckered out from that combat. You know, he's bleeding from a couple wounds on his shoulders from these rusty swords. And as combat ends, Jorbis, since you're the only one who still has damage on his person, I need you to roll a Constitution check to start the game, or a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, and we haven't reached milestone, right? We're all level whatever.
Yes, you guys should still be level 4, I believe.
5.
So a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, character
Yes, sir.
sheets.
You.
Oof. Jorbis, your max HP goes down by 5 points. You have contracted disease tetanus.
Oh.
Oh shit! Is that permanent?
That is permanent until you get someone to remove it from you through magical healing.
Tentus.
Hey, any magic people?
Level 5, yes. I got
Wait,
it.
actually, hold on. Let me.
Give me that magic healing. That's sensual.
Shit. Let me.
You guys see Jorbis's gnomish skin take on a gray pallor, and his skin starts to flake as his nails crack. It seems that even though you all know that tetanus you'd probably take a couple weeks to settle in Barovia, diseases have their diseases accelerate their infection rate, and he is now suffering from tetanus merely minutes.
If you think this is bad, wait until you get
Oh,
AIDS.
man. AIDS is terrible.
Okay, hold on. Let me see something.
And also, I forgot. I have to do a weather check now because Strahd knows where you guys are. Oof. Okay. So as soon as he starts to cough it up, rain begins to pound down onto the ground, turning the stone and dirt road into a muddy swill that starts to push the cart down the hill. The children all go ah as the cart begins to run roughshod. I guess the best people to do that, since Gedwin would probably be helping out Jorbis, would be Iron Wolf. You're the only one who
Wait,
can get.
I thought Amstel was. No, I thought who was helping him?
I can't help him because the only thing I could have done was actually give him a bonus to his saving throw, but it wouldn't have been any good anyway, and I was not in the immediate area.
Yeah.
Ooh, let me make that quieter. Hold on.
Oh, go for it.
There we go. That's better.
Well,
That
somebody
was
will help Jorbis?
really loud rain. I mean, I don't have anything prepared to help him, so I can't really help him.
All
I
right.
think.
Wait, so what?
Iron Wolf.
I'm sorry, what
There is a
happened to?
cart. Oh, Jorbis got tetanus.
Oh yeah, but I know that, but the cart. What's happening to the cart?
Yes, the rain turning the roads treacherous. It's caused the little stopgap you had on the wheels to float away, and it's now running down the hill. If you want, you can give me a dexterity check to see if you can grab it.
Yeah, I'll do that first. Just a dexterity check. Click on.
Yes, sir.
Do I just click on it? I forget.
And it should roll.
Oh, where's the chat?
There you go. Oof.
Nope.
So yeah, the cart gets away from you guys, and unfortunately,
I'm not dexterous.
you all have no choice but to either chase after it and hopefully catch it, or lose it.
Yeah.
Are the kids still on it? The ones that we wanted to keep? 'Cause we wanted to keep
Children
some of
that
the
you wanted to
kids.
keep are still there.
I'm.
Yeah,
I take
and
off.
The cart
running.
has
Yeah.
alcohol, right?
It has 3 kegs of very nice wine that you acquired.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm booking.
Yeah, I'm about to. Wait, hold on. Let me see. Let's see. Harm. What? Can you please define harmless tremors? Would
Basically,
harmless
the
tremors be
ground will
enough?
shake, but it wouldn't cause anyone to take damage, but it might trip them.
Would it trip a running cart down the hill?
You might be able to throw it off balance. Yeah, go ahead. Give me a. You can use harmless tremors if you want. Is that a spell?
Hold on a sec. And I can also. No, it's thaumaturgy.
Oh, you're gonna apply thaumaturgy then.
Yes, to the ground. beneath
Sure.
The
So
cart.
you know what? I have some stats for the cart. I'll throw down a dexterity check for it. Since it's a rickety cart, it's not that yeah, the cart upends itself and crashes. Some of the kids fall out and scrape their knees, but they're not damaged in a way that would kill them. And you have reacquired your cart. And thankfully, it got enough to crest the hilltop, so you guys can all see this now in the distance. A walled town, each wall being about 15 feet high and formed from a mixture of stone and thatch. You can see, even in this pallor of rain, that there are people walking along the walls, forming a loose garrison. You can see that there are ramparts, each of them having an old-looking bayonet, or not a bayonet, a siege weapon, a giant ballista. And let me read what you guys see. Yeah, the old Zvalik Road meanders into a valley watched over by dark, brooding mountains in the north and the south. The woods around you recede, revealing a sullen mountain berg surrounded by wooden palisades. Thick fog presses up against this wall, as though looking for a way inside, hunting down weakness in the old thatch, hoping to catch the town aslumber. There are ominous shapes in the fog, resembling overstretched human limbs and clawed hands grasping desperately at the wood. The dirt road ends as a set of sturdy iron gates with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. As the rain pounds down upon the road, turning it into a muddy sluice, all 4 of you find yourselves staring at a strange object. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half-dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. The gore and viscera of these heads running down the pikes, creating a grisly display of pink-red meat. Much to your character's horror, some of the wolves seem to have started reverting to humanoid shapes instead of becoming canine.
What's that sound like, Brendan?
What?
Is it like a sound effect that like wolves becoming human?
Oh, it sounds kind of like this. Hold on.
That's awfully
This is
tame.
I didn't hear anything.
Hold on, I just put it on.
that that actually sounds more like constipation.
Yeah.
I was sorry.
Let's switch it over to the toilet, Mike.
Peter and Matt. The reason I put that on is because I was telling Dan and Jacob that the new sound effects they put on Roll20, one of them is a werewolf turning into a dude, but it sounds like he's just having a bad time on the toilet.
Yeah, it does.
Just,
Oh
Anyway.
man, that's good stuff right there.
So as you all approach, you notice that these two shadowy figures, as a peal of lightning pierces the sky, reveal themselves as heavily armored, although not with metal, but with thick leather that is covered with scratch and bite marks. A pair of guards, each of them wielding a large pike, much like the ones with the wolf heads, some still canine, some reverting back to human, in death throes. And as you go close, both of them hold up their hands and say, "Halt! Come no further! We know not who you are, and without proper clearance, you are not bound to enter this sacred town."
It's a great day to be alive in the place. What's the saying?
Was it all will be well? Was that it?
Yeah, yeah. Can I do?
All will be well in the wine fields. And I nod, very, very satisfied.
Mhm.
Right. As you say, all will be well. One of the guards raises his pike and points it towards you, and he says, "You're looking for the wine fields, sir. You're about 10 miles away from them. You want to get to the wine fields, you're going to want to head north from here." Then the other one removes his pike from his grip and slams into the ground and says, "If you want to come in here, knowing our town's our town's catchphrase is 'all will be well,' we must ask you." Oh, Gedwin goes off into the woods.
How well?
Gedwin's going north.
Anybody stop him, or are they gonna let him?
It's raining. No, and I have like herpes or something.
Well, it's like, yeah, I'd rather keep the party together. So if Gedwin, we've kept Gedwin waiting long enough, maybe we
Yo
should.
ho ho and a bottle of wine.
Can I like say to the guards quickly, I like, hey, we got these orphan kids. Is there somewhere they could stay?
Valaki's resources are already strained enough as is.
They've
Are
all
these children skilled in any crafts or source?
yeah,
Perhaps
they're all
weaponry or
They're
magic?
super cute.
they all have good souls. They're all resourceful survivors. I bet
Except
they
the ginger one.
I bet if you put them to a task, they would be thrilled to accept it, seeing the ordeal they've been through.
Roll persuasion, Iron Wolf.
I'm sorry, I have so many windows. I'm trying to get my character sheet to the front.
Nope.
All right. Persuasion. Persuasion. Well, I'll do my best. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good for best.
All right, so
Look at these kids.
you-
Look at these. These are good non-empty vessel children. They've been through a lot. Honestly,
the young girl that you have brought with you
they've been through
gives
a lot.
them the best display of pearly eyes you've ever seen.
Aw,
Big puppy dog eyes.
good job, sweetie.
And the guard
What?
that you were talking to scoffs a bit and says, "I don't know." But then the other guard on the right pulls back his helmet, revealing a rather kindly-looking middle-aged woman. And she walks over and kneels to the child and picks her up with her leather armor, making like straining sounds. And she says, "This is my grandchild. Where'd you find her?"
Whoa.
"Grandma!" And she hugs her.
These kids have been through a lot. Let me tell you. It's gosh, where do we begin? And
Start at the beginning. That's always the best place.
yeah, well, we were I think we were to the south of here, south and west a little bit, at an abandoned mill, and
Oh, the bone grinder.
yeah,
That means hags.
the place was full of hags. Was being the key operative, and
You've killed the hags of Old Bone Grinder?
3 of
So-
them, and
You can roll persuasion with advantage because at this point, the surly lad, who's about 12, strides over and starts backing up your story.
yeah,
And every so often, the little girl will pipe in and be like, "Yeah, they killed them real good." So you can roll persuasion with advantage, and the woman looks at you with like kindness in her eyes, and she turns to the guard and she says, "Oleg, what is it, Captain?"
is there like
If
an
they wish
advantage
entry,
tick that
Oh,
I
yeah.
click?
yes. Go to your character sheet,
Yeah.
then the little gear, where it says Core Biospheres is a gear, and then you can Oh wait, actually on Core.
Core.
Oh, never mind. Hold on one sec.
That's okay.
Advantage. Toggle. Enter. Let me see.
So would I just roll twice and we take the higher?
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can do that.
I can just do it manually. So
That's fine.
two persuasions. A bada boop and a bada bip. I'll take the 14.
All right. The captain, with rain pounding down, so her brownish gray hair starts like metal in front of her face. She picks the child up so that she's resting along her shoulder, and she says, "Well, men, these children don't seem to be the lying sort, and judging by the wounds and the infection this little one here has," she points to Jorbus, who, Jorbus, you probably cough a bit, like.
Yeah, this kid got it the worst, and I'm pointing at Jorbus.
What do you say, Jorbus? Do you say anything, bud?
Am I muted?
I thought you were saying.
No, I
I'm-
can hear you.
I'm
I just didn't hear
saying-
what you said.
Oh, I said my skin.
Oh, my skin.
Oh, this poor child. She walks over, and she says, as she sees Gedwin, forcing his way through like the thick foliage that's north of here, she says, "Is he going to be all right?"
I'd like to do a Constitution save.
Sure.
Wait.
What,
save.
in regards to what?
Hold on. Wait. Shit. Saving throws. There.
All right. let's see.
I'm like pushing my way through the trees. It's all wet and shit, and I'm all
Yeah, there's
determined.
mud stuck in your feet.
I just want to fucking punch the trees down. Like nothing's gonna stop me from getting to the fucking wine, because I'm a fucking badass on a mission to
Iron
bring.
Wolf, could you restrain him, please?
Yeah. Hold on.
I
I'll be there. I'll be right back, guys.
don't want to be dragging Gedwin back to the party. So let's drop these kids off, take our little sojourn to the wine fields, and then we can double back on the town.
Oh. I think Brendan's a BRB, but I
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll be right back too then.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah, also give me a second too. I'm gonna be right back to get a piece of food.
Do that. Piece of food.
Get
Food piece.
Get a piece of.
The old grease piece.
All right. So, since we're on a little break, if all you guys are going to PAX, I think it does impact my. One sec. That does impact my plans because I obviously want to hang out with all of you.
Mm.
So we'll have to figure out like how to make it work because my preference would be to not have to pay for 2 nights of hotel room for 1 day of fun, but
Yeah.
maybe I'll just do that anyway.
Yeah, it's always tricky. Always a balancing act. For sure. Oh man. Yeah, I'm stoked though. We just a bunch of people in the office just got tickets and kind of like pooled them together, so there's enough to go around. I think they so they got rid of the 3-day pass this year.
Oh, they did. Interesting.
So not like there wasn't even a single 3-day pass available, so it seemed for some reason it seemed like it was easier to get tickets. I'm not sure. but that's
Oh
cool.
well, like I said, I went like a day late and missed out on Saturday entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday and Saturday are the main days you want to.
Yeah, so that's why I just got the Friday.
Yeah, exactly. That's okay. Dun, 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 dun. You could even get there. You can even get there Friday morning. You're not gonna miss too much, or anything at all. I don't know. Yep. Oh man. Very yawny.
What the fuck, man? This phone is a fucking 6.4-inch screen.
Whoa.
That's a fucking tablet.
I kind of like it. That's a freaking Nintendo Snap or whatever.
Dude, what the?
Get it?
I mean, no, not that one. I'm probably getting the Google Pixel.
Are you on Verizon?
Yeah. Actually,
Did I
because
send you a link to that new Holameamigo991? I swear I did.
which new phone, Machiki?
It might be the one you just sent to me. The Xiaomi Mi Note, but maybe not.
No, look at the Mi Mix. They got rid of like the bezel completely, which is weird because I guess the camera would have to be on the bottom, or either that or it has to be inside the screen.
Looks like the camera's on the bottom.
But that's fucking huge. Look, I mean, I understand
about
the girl
that.
holding. No problem.
It's okay, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Huh.
I understand the girl holding the screen as Asian, but you know, still
Oh,
fucking.
wow.
I sent you
So,
phone number.
I did a Constitution saving throw against trees.
yeah, I mean, the trees
Wow.
do scrape at you a bit, but it's not enough to inflict damage on your hardy constitution. However, after about 10 minutes, you realize that you're stark alone in the middle of a woods and the sun's going down. If you want,
Do I know which way north is?
let me see. That's a good question. You're not entirely sure because you don't have. Do you have survival as a? You do have survival proficiency, so yeah. Go ahead. Roll on survival.
Nice.
Yeah, you know where true north is, and you're headed in the right direction. You are still alone though. I don't know if that deters you in any way.
How far are the wine fields? Did they mention that?
They said 10 miles north, which would take you about a whole day if you're going through thick foliage like this, because you can't move your full speed. And also, like, it's gonna wind and get deeper and deeper, and you don't even know where you're going, so you might actually just go completely off course at one point.
Well, wouldn't 24 survival mean that I?
That was to find out true north.
Oh.
You have to do another survival check, and it wouldn't be like one, it would be like several over the course of several hours. And I'd probably give you disadvantage because you don't know exactly where the wine fields are from your current position. Like, the maps you have don't have forest maps, it's just like roads that lead to towns.
Fine. I stand, kind of like. Am I punching the trees down? Is that fair to say?
You punch them, a lot of
Or
them.
no, I have a warhammer. Can I warhammer the tree?
Yeah,
I don't-
like
okay.
you take off chunks of bark that fly out in little splinters
And
that
I'm
pepper
singing
the ground
merrily.
and then are swallowed up by the mud.
And I'm singing merrily.
Yeah, so you attract something with your singing.
Okay.
Let's see, what is the
Oh, no.
15 on the random encounter table?
Uh-oh.
Okay, the 15.
I will notice at a certain point I kind of like start slowing down and kind of trail off and stand where I am, so you can.
All right. So as you start slowing down, your foot catches on something. You trip, fall into the mud, and as you do, you find yourself staring at a partially decomposed face that, with a slow groan of gas escaping a rotten corpse, pops in your face, and it makes you heave. You see that there is a corpse that has been stirred up from the constant pounding rain, and it
A
goes.
corpse that has been stirred up.
Yes, like the water churning the mud has
Mm.
caused probably like a natural burial has been disturbed, revealing a corpse. After a couple minutes, though, it does not attack you.
After laying on top of it for a couple of minutes, just kind of
Just getting myself a little comfortable.
Googling it.
Cold and slimy. It
Googling.
smells horrible. It's all rotten and yuck.
I examine. I mean, obviously, I'm not examining whether it's alive or not. I'm examining for a cause of
Yeah.
It seems to have died from a rather obvious blow to the head. Its skull is partially caved in on itself. Although the flesh is rotten and decomposed at this point. It's like a thick gray pallor.
Oh yeah, but the skull tells all. Okay.
Yeah. Skull,
Um,
intense trauma to the skull has killed this creature or this person.
and there's no. Do I have
Looks
to
to be a
roll?
guard. Looks to be a guard.
Hmm.
It's got like leather trousers, and like after rummaging about, you find a rusty short sword that is caked with mud.
Poor guy.
Meanwhile, that's what you've been up to.
Yeah, you guys,
Um,
you can go. I'll
yeah.
get back to me.
We'll get back to you.
I walk
So
up
yeah,
to one of the
what do
guards.
what do you guys? Well, there's two guards, and one of them
Go-
seems to be friendly to you because you returned her granddaughter to her.
Yeah, I go up to the one whose granddaughter we returned because we're such good people. I go,
Child, what ails you?
tetanus.
Child.
Oh my good gentlemen, please come into the town. And then the guard says, "Captain," and she says, "I'll handle it, Olev. I'll handle it. Come, we'll find you a warm bed, some ale, at the Blue Water Inn. You're gonna
Need a
have
wizard
wonderful
too,
time."
bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me?
He's a foul-mouthed kid.
I can tell.
He had a
She
bad
cracks
childhood.
Jorvis over the face with her spear, like the flat of the blade, and she kneels right next to you,
Like a
and she
bat.
says, "You better watch that tongue, boy. I have no problem cutting it out and showing it to you.
All will be well.
I have tetanus.
That has nothing to do with your manners." So she says, "If you wish to come into the town, please decide quickly, and you might want to go find that person."
Like I
who
want to
walked
hold her
away."
hand.
Oh my god.
She looks at you and then refuses to take your hand.
I sulk the whole way there.
Are we just gonna let frickin' Gedwin like make his way back? What are we
If,
doing?
if
Yeah.
you're going to get him, the captain says, "You bet. Those woods are filled with wolves and werewolves, especially in nightfall. He won't last long."
Oh, well, too late. All gone.
all gone. Like Gedwin's all gone. You're just gonna wash your hands of him.
Yeah, I mean, he just wandered off into the woods. Sounds like his goddamn problem.
Amstel, come on.
I'm seconding my good friend Amstel here.
Amstel.
We gotta go in, get out of this rain.
We can't just
gotta go again.
leave him out there.
Yes, we can.
Bargain.
We didn't leave him out there. He went out there on his own. It's not
could
like we
put
were
him
all
in.
out there and we were like, yeah, let's go into town.
Man,
Sure.
I'm trying to think what is my alignment, like literally my alignment. Cause this neutral. I think Brendan made me neutral, but that doesn't. I'll stick with
You
it
can
though.
play however you want. By the
No,
way.
I'm just
You don't have-
curious. I'm just curious.
Where is our alignment anyway?
Top.
I have nothing
like,
on mine.
I've got it top middle.
Yeah, I was gonna let you guys fill in your alignment.
Ah!
if you-
That's.
My alignment's blank. I'm unaligned.
I don't care a jot. Damn. I already died once. I don't know. How? I
Will
mean,
you die again?
it's probably gonna happen.
Once in a long line of deaths, my friend.
How bad can it really
Come
get?
back wrong again.
Come back wronger. The wrongening. Do I? So he's been literally been gone for like 10 minutes. Has it
He's
been
been
longer?
gone for 10 minutes. Most of those 10 minutes have been you guys parlaying about the town, and and basically backing up the story of like killing the hags and what you found and how you rescued the children. And in turn, you know what? I'll say that the two guards have bestowed upon you 2 pieces of lore. The first being their burgomaster, or colloquially the mayor of this town, goes by the name of Baron Vargas Vlakovic.
Mhm.
And he recently has ended a festival that lasted 2 weeks, which was called the Wolf's Head Jamboree. As they say that, the guards gesture to the impaled wolf heads that line the walkway here,
Yeah, it looks like
and they say
quite the party.
it wasn't a very good festival. But he's saying the next one, which is going to be beginning in 3 days, is called the Festival of the Blazing Sun. And it's going to be held in the town square.
Wasn't very good.
Then they also tell you, those who speak ill of the festivals are declared by the burgomaster to be in league with this devil STRAHD and are locked in stockades to be pelted with rotten food and rocks until they either die or are released. Usually it's the former thing that happens.
I said, I asked him just like really quickly, has he ever come across any servant of STRAHD by the name of Turvin or Casimir.
Casimir. Oh, you encountered Casimir and survived? He's STRAHD's right-hand man. He terrorizes us almost monthly.
I see. Do you know what day?
He arrives randomly, but she shivers a bit, and she says, "It's honestly heralded usually by fog." And you then notice that the town is steeped with fog at this point. Casimir should be making his rounds any day now.
Well, I hope to. I'm looking forward to meeting him again. And
You have a death wish, sir?
you could say that.
She says, "Well, if you do have one, don't involve me or my kin. That's all I request."
That's not my intention, miss.
Very well then.
But let's see.
Still, at this point, the male guard does butt in. He does interrupt you rudely, as I just did. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
He says, "Listen, I know you guys just got here, and I'm fine with that. You know, the captain thinks you're good gents, but she wasn't kidding. Those wolves, there are wolves and werewolves in the forest. The man who went in there is going to die.
Yep, I'm going to.
If you want him to die, fine. I won't judge you for that.
No,
But if you have some sort of camaraderie, you should go and get his ass out."
I'm going after him, and I'm giving him one chance to join us back, and we'll get to the wine fields as soon as we can, first chance. But I'm not going to leave him in the woods to die. So
as you head out, Iron Wolf, just give me a quick intelligence check.
Yeah.
You already failed that when you decided to go out into the woods.
No.
Boom!
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks, Amstel. And I'm booking it double
Amstel,
time.
you get inspiration for that wonderful joke.
There's a 15 without any
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
any buffs
15?
and stuffs.
Nice. You quickly come to the conclusion that Gedwin has been rambling about one and only one thing ever since he showed up in this goddamn campaign.
Yep.
And that's wine or alcohol.
Yeah.
You should probably bring him alcohol to convince him to come.
So we lost everything off the cart.
No, you still have the kegs.
Oh, great. Yeah.
'Cause I'm awesome.
All right. I've got. Can I carry like one on each shoulder? Is that too
Yeah,
much?
they each weigh 50 pounds, but your strength is high, so your carry capacity is 250 pounds. So yes,
Yeah, I'm a big boy.
you can shoulder them both and walk no problem.
So all right, I'm running as fast as I can with these kegs of wine, just in the direction that Gedwin went. And he's been smashing his way through the forest with that hammer. So I don't know if
It's pretty easy to.
survival check on the, with advantage for that.
Okay.
Amstel or Jorbis, do you guys chase after, or do you just go into the town?
No, I'm totally
Shit!
going to town. That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Those guys are idiots.
All right, Jorbis and Amstel. Jorbis, do you go in the town, or
I am sick.
you go into the town? Then I assume, right?
Yes.
All right. As you enter, the male guard for the female guard is now leading the children inside with you. He grabs Amstel by the shoulder and he says, "Listen, friend. We weren't kidding. The burgomaster has been on edge for the past century. Not a century. He doesn't live. I've not even been alive that long.
A figure of speech.
A figure of speech. He says, keep your behavior proper. Okay, this place is on edge, and I'm not kidding about that.
You better keep your butthole clean."
If you need lodging, there's two places you can go. There's the St. Andrew's Church, and there's a man there, Father Lucian Petrovich. He'd be happy to give you succor and relief ever since there. However, he does not have wine or food, so you're gonna have to forage for yourself. If you need food and wine or water, I would go to the Blue Water Inn. It's run by a kind man and his family. They go by the name of the Martikovs. The innkeeper's name is Erwin. Tell him Olev sent you. He might give you a deal on some of the wine.
I have a
There you go.
question.
Olev.
Can I?
That
if I-
Amstel, he releases your arm and leads you into the town.
Thanks.
I have a question.
No trees! No! Barkenbite becomes a small sapling and then disappears into the ground.
No trees.
Oh,
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Dan?
Okay. Yeah, I have a question.
What's your question?
If I have a spell that says you touch one willing creature, can the creature be myself?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Touch
Sweet.
yourself, Dan?
Yeah,
When I think
I'm gonna-
about you,
I'm
I
gonna
touch myself.
so hard right now. Hold on.
Meanwhile, let's find out what's happening with our good friends, Gadwin
No. Before all, while that was happening, I rolled an investigation check. If you scroll up, and I was, I give myself a +2 with guidance.
Okay.
So it's a 16.
All right. What are you investigating?
I'm investigating the
corpse surroundings.
the surroundings of the corpse to see if that is the lone corpse. I kind of dig through the surrounding area. Let's say, is it a clearing or is there like it's a thick brush? What am I?
You were mostly in thick brush, but now you've arrived at a clearing.
How
and in
big
the
is the clearing?
distance, it's not big, because I'd say it's basically 30 by 30, like a small
30.
rectangular clearing. But before you can see that there is this massive dead tree that is wrapped around a stone Dwemer's Gate, which is like Stonehenge essentially.
Nice.
It seems to be intertwined with the stone at this point.
Okay, and where I am right now, that's where the
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll just slap a corpse token on there. Give me 1 sec. Here we go.
Slap
Corpse.
a corpse.
There we go. Little corpse right next to you.
Okay, so I search, so we're saying like 30 by 30, let me see, ruler. Oh, so it's not that big, it's like this. Right? Okay.
Like around this size. Right about that.
Yeah, so, I can, let's say I sparsely kind of walk around investigating to feel inequalities in the ground, potentially kick some dirt up, potentially
Yeah,
like,
and it's actually pretty
dig
easy
through
because
with my hands.
yeah, it's actually pretty easy because the water is actually filling in some natural, but like not very properly made graves. You start uncovering corpses and graves at a relatively astounding pace. During this, you discover 50 pieces of silver, probably burial offerings of some sort, and you also find in one of the natural graves there is a extremely tattered bottle that has a thick sludgy brown liquid slopping about inside.
Even the potions are disgusting in Ravenloft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I first I will leave the silver because I do not think it's right to take offerings as a cleric. And second of all, I will cast detect poison and disease on.
All right. There's a lot of disease on the corpse.
No,
But thankfully, the bottle you found is not poisoned or disease-filled. It is filthy, though. You wouldn't want to drink it. It might hurt your stomach. You can also roll Arcana to determine what this thing is. All right. You quickly identify this as a potion of slick skin.
Ah.
Drinking it will give you resistance to slashing damage for 5 minutes. It covers your skin in a thick, oily sheen that makes blades slide off.
Slick.
But it's gross smell like.
Yeah. So if you drink it,
I think
I'll
the
just say 'cause
bottle
you rolled
is just
pretty high.
dirty.
You'll get disadvantage on your next 1d4, so let me roll that right now. Your next 4 Constitution checks or saving throws
Okay.
because of this noxious liquid.
Okay, so it's kind of gross, but it's not alcohol.
No, it's not alcohol, but it is good. Like, it's a good thing to have. Of course, that's really up to you to decide.
But it's not alcohol.
No, it's not alcohol.
It's just a gross.
Tastes
It's
like
a gross, sludgy potion.
It's like an aperitif.
At this point, I'd like you to roll perception.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw that token.
Well, yes, you saw some tokens, but there's more than that.
Okay, I will say that I just throw the bottle away. I said, "Bah, alcohol does that."
All right, it cracks and the potion is lost.
I mean, am I wrong? Alcohol knows the pain, right?
So does a potion of slick skin, but I digress.
But
Let's get
the
that
posters.
perception check.
Okay, perception check. Perception.
And Iron Wolf, I'd like you to roll perception as well.
All right.
All right, Gedwin, you don't notice anything.
I sniff snuff
But-
at the air.
Iron Wolf, you notice 3 things. To the north of you, there's a small gathering of travelers from the appearance of their guys. You're right about here. You can see that they're mostly female, although there are a couple men interspliced with them. And they're huddled around something. You can't see what it is. Maybe it's like a fire that went out, or like a little like a meal that they cooked together. But they look positively terrified. You also notice that Gedwin is slopping about in this thick barrow or cairn.
You said they look
You can see that-
terrified?
Yeah, they're like huddled around and they're like, oh, like they're murmuring to themselves. They're like hugging each other for warmth, and they've erected like a small but sizable, like a decent tent that is keeping the rain away. This is what most of them look like.
Oh wow, these poor bastards.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Make these people bigger. You also see Gedwin is about 100 or so feet away from them, completely oblivious to the world. You see him ruffling about and says, "Oh, not liquor," and then throws away a potion that cracks on a nearby stone and dispels this thick, nasty ichor that seeps into the stone and makes it very slippery.
I love a little ichor.
Can I just say it's gonna be 38 tomorrow morning?
Yes, I know, it's gonna be freaking snowing,
Anyway.
dude.
Yeah.
And
It's gonna
the
be
third thing you
snowing?
notice yeah, I heard there's gonna be snowflakes.
Wow, not here. Anyway, okay, sorry.
And also the last thing you notice is, as I told Dan, there's this big dead tree that is growing around this large stone archway. And as you peer into the archway, you can see that there is actually a fog that is spiraling around inside.
Oh, okay.
And every so often dissipates, attaches itself to the corners of the gateway, and solidifies. And then about 2 minutes later, another swirling of fog emerges and does the same thing.
Huh. So this might be like a gateway to the Shadow Realm. Can I
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a quick little survival check to try and just like take a bearing of where we are, so we might be able to like find our way back here another time.
Sure.
Where the hell's that skill? Right at the bottom.
I think I believe it's last.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. We've like came about this far. Landmarks, rah rah rah.
Yeah, you like a wolf almost marking your territory. You take out your knife.
I pee a
carve,
little
like-
bit, just a little,
pee a little bit.
little bit.
Just a trickle.
I mark
100%.
just
And then you carve your initials in several of the trees that surround you.
with my pee.
Yes, with your pee. It's very acidic, so it eats right into the bark. You gotta drink some more water, dude.
Nope. I'm gonna take a sip out of this cask. All right. So I notice the people up there, but I'm
One
not.
of the villagers just goes, "Oh, do you smell that?"
I'm trying not. I don't want to disturb them yet, but I schlep over to Gedwin. I say, Gedwin, look, you and we're gonna finish one of these casks tonight. Both, even if you want, but we got to get back to town. It's not safe out here. And then tomorrow to the wine fields. I promise.
I just got done with the finding the disappointing, disgusting potion and said, "Well, it's better than anything out here, that's for sure."
I say I roll one to him. I'm like, here, you carry one. Let's get back, and one more thing before we go. And I like say, come on up here. We gotta see what's up with these folks. And
Can I what do I roll to see if I can just like chug that whole barrel right now?
You don't roll anything. It's impossible.
How big-
That keg is like 25 to 30 gallons of alcohol. You'd pop. Your stomach would rupture and you would die.
Bun chug.
caused a riot in the woods.
Okay, I go. Oh shit, sorry, wrong.
You can take like a first one of the evening, and you take like a big gulp.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so Iron Wolf goes on ahead, I sneak a couple of sips in and then stand up and go.
Yeah, dude, by all means. So these people are kind of upset looking still. I'm gonna like approach them with like my arm raised up. I don't have a weapon out, and I'm like carrying like the barrel still under the other arm. I say, ho there, is everything all right? You folks look like you might be in a rough spot.
Ahoy, boys!
Oh!
I march
quickly
right behind
grab
Iron
weapons.
Wolf.
They grab like some pitchforks, some rusty swords, and some spears, and they levy them at you guys. But then, as you don't attack them immediately, they stare at you and they say, "Don't come any closer. That's good enough. Stay back there."
What's the story out here? You folks
Been
look like you
tracking
could.
werewolves.
You're werewolf hunters?
No, but we've lost enough children to become one.
Oh, I
Or
see.
grow, people say. But we've been lost in the woods for the past hour, and with the rain starting up, we can't find our way back to town. And we've been hearing howls. And as you prick your ears, you can hear that there is almost like an omnipresent sound of wolf howling in the distance.
Okay. I tell these folks like real quick. I just came from town. It's not far from here. If we go right now, just leave your camp. Let's go, because I don't want to get a caught out here in the middle of the woods with everything. I don't feel like we're fully equipped, and the rest of our party's back at town. So let's move.
Your name, sir?
Iron Wolf. Let's be moving. Come on.
My name
is Winefield.
Let's talk.
Winefield Iron Wolf.
Talk
My name
while
is
we
Elton.
go. Gelton,
All right,
yes.
So I'd like you two guys to roll survival checks with advantage because the villagers will help you out with your checks.
Nice.
How do you put the advantage thing on?
I'm just rolling 2.
Yeah, it would just probably be easier just to click it twice instead of
Yeah,
just
no,
toggling and then clicking it again.
Boom.
Yeah, fine. I was just.
Which
out
one?
of
I don't know. Which one should I
curiosity,
take?
I forgot.
Which one should I take? Maybe the
20?
9, like a chump.
Wait, but just out of curiosity, because I remember there was a way.
Yes, you go to your character sheet.
Huh.
Where it says core bio spells, there should be a cog. You click
Yeah,
that,
Sure.
and then on the right side there's roll queries, and then you hit always roll advantage toggle, query advantage.
Well,
Okay.
how do you toggle the advantage though? Because I have advantage toggle right now.
You hit it,
Oh,
and then
oh,
it
I
should
see.
pop up.
Advantage toggle.
Well, yeah, but I
And
mean
then
that's.
click advantage when you want to roll with advantage.
I think you just demonstrated, Brendan.
But where's
mine.
the advantage? Click the toggle. Where's the toggle itself?
It's
'Cause,
once
that
you
roll
enable
query
it-
gives you advantage toggle.
Yes, so select that.
Yes. I
It should
have
bring
that.
up a bar that says advantage, normal, and disadvantage.
For me, it showed up right underneath my class and level, race and alignment, right next to core bio and spells.
Weird. It didn't show up. I remember I had it before. Oh, there we go. I had to refresh it. I had to change it and then put it back.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, advantage.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, there you go. The only cool thing was be if it reset.
Gedwin with the
afterwards.
23.
Ha I
Um,
survive everything.
We're surviving, man.
As you guys make your way through this thick forest with this strange fog gate getting smaller and smaller in the distance as you press on through the forest. A couple wolves do harry your party, but thankfully with your combined efforts, you guys kill them enough. Kill them quickly enough before they can inflict any real damage on anyone, and you make it back to Vallaki.
I think they stopped to smell my pee. And that's what tarries them.
I poured some more bourbon, so I'm getting there. Let's do
Alright.
it.
So, it takes you guys about an hour or so, this whole little escapade.
Yep.
And you get back to Vallaki. There are 2 new guards. And then, as you get closer, the guards say,
All will
"Oh,
be well.
Captain Anatava told us that you'd be showing up. You coming in now, guys? We're about to lock the gate as the sun is setting."
I say, yeah, we got some of your villagers. They were out a werewolf hunting, and they're back. So
Sure.
And wait, so they're wearing leather, thick leather.
The guards or the
Yes.
people you found?
The guards.
Yes, they are wearing thick leather combat gear.
Okay, I come up to one of them. I kneel down, so that
In
my
reverence.
eyes are at level with their chest. How tall are these people?
They're about between 5'7" and 6 feet.
Okay, I think
Average height.
I think I'm like 6 something. I don't have it. Let me check. I just want to, tell you exactly how much I've been down here. I'm very technical with this stuff. Okay, I'm 6'1". Okay, so not really that much taller.
You bend your knees a bit.
Well, no, I don't bend my knees at all. I just lean forward.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, and then I run my fingers through my beard, still holding the keg in the other hand. Warhammer probably planted into the ground. I'm running my fingers through my beard, and I look up and down the person's chest. The taller one, the one that's closer to my height.
Mm-hmm. He stares back at you. At this point, the villagers just go, okay, and they enter the village.
Okay, that's
They
fine.
thank Iron Wolf. They give you 10 gold.
Oh,
They offer 10 gold to Gedwin as well.
I say no. It's fine. I was out there to.
No, sir. You saved our lives.
Hmm.
There was a pack of wolves nary a couple of yards behind us. With your steady navigation and your calm wits, you spared us both tragedy and a gruesome end.
Well,
Or perhaps a life filled with curse.
think
You'll
nothing
take this
of it.
gold and you'll take our blessing.
All right. Maybe-
I turn to them real quick, and I just say, "Take that gold and open me a tab at the pub.
Will do.
I'll get it later."
That's good. I just asked them real quickly if there's anything we need. What could be really valuable is if I could call on you at some point to find out more about the town, Vallaki.
Well, most of the ladies and the young gents, they're going to be retiring to their houses, but I have a tab to open up at the tavern. So if you wish to speak with me, I'll be at the tavern. Blue Water Inn.
Great. Thank
When-
you.
And
What's-
my name is Trefgoth.
Yeah, I'm sorry to have interrupted you before, but we were trying to flee. Trefgoft. Great. All right. Sweet.
When he says tab, you hear me in the background. Ha ha!
Anyway, the guard says, "Sir, do you need something?"
I'm just like, still kind of deep in thought, kind of running my fingers through the beard, and I go, I saw one of yours out there.
Do you mean like one of the guards of Vallaki?
Yeah, he's a bit decomposed, and
Oh, you must have found one of the soldiers' graveyards. So this is what Trefgoth looks like.
He's got a little portrait.
I just gotta
wait,
pull
where?
him
Hold on, where?
Where?
Sorry, I'm just digging him up.
Oh, okay, I thought you already did it.
From the
There he is.
soldier's graveyard.
Oh, he's become Gedwin. Oh.
Look at him.
Wait, didn't we see a guy like that already in the ghost and the?
Oh, right. So I reused the token art. Never mind. Let's get a different one.
No, it's nice.
We all, you know
worse.
what? No, let's do this.
Worse.
That's his.
Yeah.
That's
I like
his
it.
That's
It's like
his third generation ancestor.
he could have
Okay.
a little doppelganger.
Yeah.
Didn't even
My
know he
brother.
existed.
I'm sorry. I don't have much peasant art.
He's more of like a debonair cloakman. That's
I might have some
Kind of
peasant art I
vizier
could-
looking to me.
yeah.
Anyway,
Vizier.
Dan,
That's a good way to put
what
it.
do you say to these guards so we can move on?
I'd say, what was it? At the base of some funny-looking tree.
Wait, the fog gate? It was at a stonework that had a tree growing around it.
Yes. Kind of like
The
a
guards
church-
exchange a glance, and then they say, "Sir, don't panic. Don't panic at all. But I need you to strip."
So I say, whoo, and I put the keg on the ground and I sit and I just have like, I've got like my arms on my knee. I'm like, well,
Like, this is gonna be fun.
Gedwin, you had quite the time out there in the woods.
I clear my throat and go, now, are you also opening a tab out on the bar for me?
No, but if you want to keep your skin, you might want to get those corrupted clothings off. If you're near the fog gate, you might have contracted something.
Well, wait, I had to detect poison and disease on. So
Yes,
wouldn't I have
but
No, your
that was
your,
not
I-
within.
your
That
pants
was
are
not within
poisoned.
range. I believe it's only 20 feet.
Yeah, but then I would have sensed if there was disease on me.
Oh yeah, but they don't know that.
Okay.
You can
I
argue
say-
your case if you want.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm like, oh, that's quite all right. I had my spell running.
I don't believe you.
Uh,
You can roll persuasion.
okay. Well, if I fail persuasion, I'm just gonna recast the spell. Where's persuasion? Okay. Clearly not. Sorry. They do not believe me.
Now they look at you and they say, "Sir, we'll get you other clothes. We just want to make sure nothing is on you."
They want those pants.
The fog gate, it releases these small little spores that burrow into your skin. They turn you into ghouls.
And detect poison and disease would detect them, right?
Technically, yes, they are. It gives you ghoul fever, which is a disease.
Would I, if I cast the spell, would they see
No,
enough?
it just tells you. It's not like, oh, guys, no disease on this dude. Like a neon sign doesn't show
Why
up to
not?
tell you.
But would
I mean, I'll be
I-
honest with you, these guys are guards. They are not spellcasters. They would just be like, oh, he glue for a bit. Maybe he's a priest or something.
I think they just
But
want
they
to check out
that's
your.
not enough to convince them.
They just want to check your stuff, your junk.
Does it have to be all the way?
No, you can keep your skivvies on.
Oh,
Hope you're not too disappointed.
okay.
my I will do that, and I will draw the artistic representation.
No, you just do that. They check you out, and then they're like, "Okay, you're good," and they do the same to Iron Wolf.
Sure.
That's
okay.
They actually get a little disturbed from you because you have those mismatched hands,
Yeah.
and
That's
they
my
look
muscular legs, and that's my tight ass bulge.
wonderful.
What window am I looking at?
I'm not looking at anything. I'm just
I
getting
see it.
annoyed. Anyway, though. Oh, there. Okay, wonderful. That's gone. So, anyway, Iron Wolf. They look at you, and they say, "If it wasn't for the captain's clearance of you and re-bringing them villagers back, you might have been spending the night outside. But don't cause any trouble." And they let you guys in.
I'll make a point of that.
Yeah, you guys go meet up with the group at the Blue Water Inn. And
Tight ass bulge. Where's that bulge?
yeah, you guys walk into a tavern. Hold on, there's something for me to say here. Here we go. Bam. So as you guys walk down the street, you notice that a lot of the cobblestones are pretty nice. It seems like a very well-kept society. There's almost no refuse. There's no bums walking around. In fact, it's actually rather homely, if not stark. There's not a lot of like ostentatiousness here, but there is a lot of posters that have the motif of a blazing sun with a fist punching onto it. That says, "Come, come,
Two-fisted.
all of ye, come see the festival of the blazing sun. Only in 3 days' time from now." And since it's night now, y'all see there's a bunch of trench-coated and hatted people walking around that are tearing down these old posters and putting up exact replicas of them, only with the 3 crossed off with a 2. But other than that, they're exactly the same, and it seems rather stupid, to be honest with you guys.
Huh.
Yeah, so Jorbis and our good friend Amstel, you guys have been chilling in this really nice bar, catching up with Trefkov. He walks in about 5 minutes after he left Iron Wolf and our good friend Gedwin, and he approaches both of you and he says, "Well, you two are the only new faces here, so I'm gonna guess and say that you're with the armored man and the drunk."
Yeah. I mean, wish we
They're an-
weren't, but such is life.
Be right back.
But the armored man's cool, but the drunk guy's pain in the ass.
Aw, you guys. We're a big family! And I put my arms out.
Oh, you're not there yet. You're not there yet. You're on your way.
I just.
Uh,
You hear. We're a big family!
You okay there, little guy?
This is sick.
Oh.
Our kid is sick. My son is not
My
well.
baby, my beautiful son.
My beautiful boy!
He's got the tetanus.
My angel boy!
I'm just gonna put some NPCs in here, real quick. Here we go.
Hilarious.
Tennis was lethal back in the day.
Yeah,
Was
get like
very lethal.
crazy jaw.
So I'm gonna get a copyright notice from the Witcher guys because I'm using Roche.
Yeah, do I have good point. Do I have a really bad case of lockjaw?
It's hard for you to drink, but you have like a small
Like a little
small
sippy.
cup of water in front of you.
A little sip of
You
dude.
got Vernon Roche, really?
I'm a great guy.
Oh, did you check Skype? I sent you a thing that
I
might
will.
be helpful.
I will check that out in a sec.
Yeah, I know.
See here. But yeah, so you guys are greeted by this man who introduces himself as Trefkov Olegson.
Trefkov.
He says
I
to
might not be there yet.
Amstel and Jorbis, says, well, I'm pleased to inform you both that they are alive, safe, sound, not horribly mangled or killed. And they should be joining us here shortly. And then he turns to the bar. He says, Uriel. Oh, hey there, Trefkov. How's it going? He says, oh, not bad, not bad. Listen, I need to open up a tab for a drunk. Okay, that's doable. He slaps 10 gold on the table and he says, you'll recognize him when you see him. He's rather noticeable. And then he goes, sits next to you guys, orders a small drink for himself, and starts sipping away. Okay, I'm gonna stop the rain sounds because now we're in a tavern.
I could be raining on the roof. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Do you guys mind if I run upstairs for 1 minute? It'll be less than a minute, I bet.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I'll be
Yes, I
right
mind.
back. Please mind. 1 moment.
right. Brendan, now go check because I think you'll appreciate it.
Okay. And there we go. Here we go. We got Uriel, who's the barkeep, rather dashing-looking nobleman. And this is what they technically look like, but unfortunately I can't separate them. But this is what the Mardikovs actually look like. This is Uriel sitting in the chair. Yeah, let me take a look what Dan sent. Meanwhile, do you guys have any questions for Trefkov?
I go.
Thanks, Dan. This is cool.
You're welcome.
Tetanus cures.
Oh, you have a disease?
Yes.
Hold on. Mardikov. Uriel. What is it? This little boy here has tetanus. Oh, hold on a moment. He walks over and he extends his hand to you. He says, place your hand in my palm, boy.
I stick my hand on his palm.
Alright, he casts remove disease on you, so you can roll a constitution save.
Hey. Constitution save. Perfect.
There you go. Tetanus is a thing of the past. Your
Nice.
skin
So you want
takes
5
on
HP
a
back?
healthy pallor, your HP returns to normal, and at that point, Uriel says, that'll be 10 gold, please.
Oh, I'm a little boy. I go.
He nods and he turns to Amberly.
I put my foot on the ground. I
Adorable.
put my foot on the ground. I shift it left and right. Like I'm really shy.
Give me a deception check.
I'm a little boy.
I'm a little boy.
Oh boy.
Little boys don't have money.
Hey.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you know what? Such an adorable little face. I couldn't take money from you.
He's not gonna give me money because you got one.
He feels bad and he walks in the back and comes out with a cupcake and he slides it down to you.
Oh,
Oh
He
hell
says,
yeah.
that's for my son, but
He doesn't deserve it.
I mean, also let's be honest. Let's look at this. Let's look at his 2 kids.
this is the best boy.
The one on the right obviously has been eating a lot of cupcakes.
Oh,
he,
man.
he can go one night without one.
Johnny Plumper over here with the cupcake.
Shoddy plumper.
You gotta cut him off.
Cut him off. Cut off his hands.
Oh! So Trefkov sits next to you guys, and he says, "Oh, you guys are new to town. What brings you here?"
We're tourists. We're heading to the wine fields.
Oof. Okay. So, at this point, Iron Wolf and Gedwin enter the bar.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not there.
No, that's fine. I was actually
You
gonna
are
say
now.
that it's good that you mentioned the wine fields because
Ooh.
these guys own it.
Really?
So can we enter dramatically?
Wait,
well,
so this
I was
is
gonna say
Trefkov
the
or
door
somebody
slings
else?
open. I'll-
Thaumaturgy?
One second.
Sorry.
So- No problem. Sorry if I seem testy. I just get a little on edge. Sorry, it's not you guys. It's something else. But anyway, so the door opens up with some thaumaturgy. Gedwin, what do you do to open the door?
I let the door fly open. That's what I want to say. That's like fly open on its own by means of thaumaturgy and step in, like stomp heavily in and go, barkeep, my tab.
Oh, it's been open already, friend. Come on in. Close the door.
Aye.
You close the door?
I thaumaturgy the door as I walk in. Well, is Iron Wolf walking behind me?
Don't shut the door in my face. I'm coming in
Yeah.
too.
I'm being considerate.
Trefkoff waves you guys over and he says, "I found your friends, and yes, I did open that tab for you, sir."
I smack him
Earl then mumbers,
heartily.
"Huh? I would assume."
I smack him heartily on the back and go, "Aye, friend, I appreciate ya." And I give him a thumbs up.
It was no problem. He smiles and returns the thumbs up. Oh, also,
Can I do
forgot to tell
non-lethal
you.
damage with my smack? Because I want to smack him kind of hard, but kind of like in a
yeah,
I
but
don't
then he'd be hostile to you because it still hurts.
but like in a friendly way.
I mean, he's a commoner, so if you do more than 5 HP, he'll go unconscious,
Oh, okay.
and then that would lead to bad times.
Hey, all is well. It's okay. All is well, buddy.
I don't know my own strength.
Also, I forgot to narrate what the building looks like. So, gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof upon which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. A happy little tagline says, "Welcome to the Blue Water Inn, where blue water becomes red wine."
It'd be funnier if blue water becomes yellow water.
Do you have a guy named Jesus in the back helping you out with that trick, or
Oh, do you say that to him?
Yeah.
He smiles a bit and he says, "No, to be honest with you, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. My name's Uriel Martikov." He extends a big hand with a leather glove on it.
I'm Amstel Course.
"Ah, pleasure to meet you, Amstel." He shakes your hand, and he says, "Well, to be completely honest with you, my family owns the Wizard of the Winery. But, well, you all seem tough, and according to the speak and the rumors and the thoughts in the tavern tonight, you guys are responsible for killing the Hag sisters and the mother out in the old bone grinder. Is that true?"
That's accurate.
He nods and he says, "Amstel, that's not your son I'm imagining. What is he? Is he like a dwarf or something? Like a midget?"
That's my son.
Oh, do you say that?
I think it's sort of like, I think that's too like meta commentary, like too jokey.
It's not my son. I honestly, I'm not entirely sure what his deal is.
Jorvis, are you eating the cupcake?
Just like stuff into my face, getting all over the place like a little child. You know, when little kids eat, they get it everywhere. That's
Yeah,
me.
you're just smeared it on your face, just having a good
Just
time.
like mashing a cupcake down your mouth, like a little kid, right? This is what little kids.
Yeah.
Like me, that's me. I'm a little.
Jacob, Jorvis is becoming the mask at this point.
The mask.
Anyway, he says, "Well, if he's a child or not, if he can kill hags, I have business with him. Then this gentleman over here, Gedwin and Iron Wolf, yes, you're the
Wait.
party."
Can I put my hand up before he walks by?
Oh, for like a high five?
No. I like the motion over here. Does he come up to me?
Yeah, he walks over and he says, "What can I do for you, young master?"
I go, "Was there some of bait to lure the hags in?"
He scratches his black and gray beard and says, "Makes sense." And then says, "Well, gentlemen, after the bar hours are done, if you meet me in the back, I have some business I'd like to discuss with you. I'd be happy to pay in
not
both."
with me, I hope.
No.
Bring
You as
that
well.
beautiful boy.
He smiles a bit and he says, "If they use you as bait, I'm afraid we're going to be needing bait." Then smiles and goes back to tending to his patrons. So Trefkoff says to you guys, "So, newcomers to Vallaki, yes? How can I be of service? I owe you my life. I feel a couple questions will not be bad in helping repay that debt."
Yeah, Trefkoff. I mean, don't sweat it, friend. You know, I understand how difficult it can be trying to do the right thing and, you know, take care of your village and going out on a limb. But that gate that you were camped beside, or the stone arch, what's the story with that?
I know what that place is. That's a fog gate. And, well, there's a lot of legends about them. But one of them is that when the fog gates arrive and they open up, things start to change. It's said that, and he tenses his fingers as he stares into his cup, as Uriel shows up and gives you all a nice meal in the house. It's roast beef with a side of roasted potatoes and a nice ear of corn.
And roasted beer.
Yes, and some nice hearty ale to wash it
Roasted
down with.
beer chips.
He also places a pitcher of a thick purple red wine that smells heavenly. He says, "Gentlemen, as a sign of good faith, I would like to host you here for at least a week whilst we discuss business." He smiles and then gets back to work. Trefkov says, "Well, to be honest with you, gents, when a fog gate opens, it almost always heralds the arrival of newcomers to Barovia. You see, our small country is quite unique in that a lot of our roads lead to nothing. They simply spiral in and bring you back to the three towns. But, as I said, when a fog gate opens up, new blood enters the country, and almost always stirs the interest of the Devil Strahd." As he says that, there is a peal of lightning and a clap of thunder outside.
Oh, nice.
And maybe somewhere an organ goes dun dun dun.
Yeah. Gotta get that organ fixed.
As you say that, you see this guy over here, right here, top left corner. He's got a little octopus for his shoulder, buddy.
Wow.
He goes, "Oh,
Grass control.
He goes, "Oh, sorry, I got my little friend here, Pieter." He points to the octopus that splops on top of the organ, goes bam, bam, bam. He's getting a little rambunctious, and he plucks the octopus and attaches it to his head again.
Man, this is like Carnival in here.
Carnival. Anyway, Trefkov tells you guys that when the fog gates open, new people arrive, and Strahd almost always takes an interest in them for two reasons. There is not so much a prophecy, but a legend that only people who arrive when the fog gates are open have a chance of killing him permanently. And the second bit is, or they will fall to his temptations and become oppressors themselves. Perhaps not to replace the Devil Strahd, but to become another addition to his vampiric thrall army. He says, "If I was going to bet money, I would say that you gentlemen arrived here not longer than a week ago. Is that correct?"
That's about right.
I think so, yeah.
Feels like forever, but really it was only about a week.
As you say that, he looks at you with these haunted eyes, Amstel, and he says, "Every day feels like forever in Barovia.
Oh, I feel bad for you guys.
I feel bad for us too. But, well, I will be the one to err on the side of optimism and say that you're here to stop the devil. I will help you as much as I can to do that."
I would like to be of assistance. I do hope that we don't bring more trouble to your town.
A pretty troubled place. Well, he raises his mug and he says, "To you mighty heroes," and starts draining it. At this point, the door opens up, and you see this gentleman walk in.
Wait a second.
Science man.
Hey,
He walks over,
Interesting-looking guy.
ignoring all of you, and says, "Uriel,
I am Winston
Oh!
Van Pelting.
Master Rudolfo.
Rodolfo.
Yes. How goes the search for the carnival editions?" Rodolfo adjusts his spectacles and says, "Poorly, my friend. I'm afraid that rumor of the woman with the beard that can recite poetry was nothing more than a hogshead. Just a falsity." "Oh, that's a shame, Rodolfo. Master Rodolfo, that's such a shame. Here, shall I be preparing you the usual? Steak with a side of extra steak?" That would be lovely. I'll
Make
be
no
going to take-
mistake.
Make no mistake, I expect these steaks to be medium rare.
Hilarious.
Anyway, he says, "I'll be taking my normal spot by the fire. Maybe these," and he holds up a paper suit of damp parchment in his left hand, which I'd like all of you to roll perception real quick.
Yeah, dude.
That is a thing.
Perception.
Ooh, good job. Everyone but Gedwin notices that his hands are gloved with white leather, and inscribed on the back of his palm is a crescent moon with a sword piercing it.
Gedwin has good drink. Gedwin doesn't care.
At that point, Master Rodolfo says, "Hopefully these," as he holds up a sheaf of parchment, "will prove to be more fortuitous with my acquisition of carnival sideshows." Yes. He then waits a couple moments, and he gives you both a curt but polite nod, and then as he receives a pair of one rare steak and one very cooked steak with a side of vegetables, he goes to this chair, sits down, and begins eating while consulting through the parchments. That man Rodolfo showed up here 3 days ago.
3
Trefkov
days.
says.
So he's another new arrival.
Well, yes. He claims to be searching for carnival sideshows, like strange people born with maladies and curses. He's been collecting stories from townsfolk, and every day he, at least according to Uriel here, Uriel, what does he do? Well, Uriel, as he, takes some dishes from you guys because you finished eating at this point, fills your drinks, and he says, well, to be honest with you, young sirs, in the morning, he always takes that rare steak I just gave him, puts it in a carriage, and then takes a small little cart driven by a mule out into the wilds, and he doesn't come back until, well, around this time. And unfortunately, he hasn't had much success in the past 3 days. He's gone through 3 of our local urban legends: the woman with the beard who recites poetry, a dog that can swallow its own tail and tell you fortunes, and of course, Trefkov finishes this point and says, yeah, weeping willow, a tree that at night becomes a woman and tries to seduce you.
Hearing this, I walk up to my newfound friend and I say,
Not
"Have you
now,
seen
boy, I'm
the
busy.
old disappearing skull trick?" And I hand him a Harambe skull.
He doesn't even look at you. So, but then as you say that, he says, I'm sorry, what? Did you say disappearing skull trick?
Yes.
What do you do, Jorbus?
I put the skull on the table and I walk away.
He stares at it, and then after about a moment, Harambe's skull disappears and there is a familiar weight in your satchel again.
Yep.
He stands up and he walks over and he says, Young sir, do that again.
If you're looking for a circus freak, this is your guy.
Yeah,
I think I
thanks.
found gold.
I once again hand him the skull and I say, "It's gonna cost you this time."
Name your price.
I put
You
my
have-
hand out. All I do is put my hand
He
out.
says with a deadpan expression on his face, you have my interest.
Most
Hand out.
enterprising member of the party. I love it.
So what do you do? Yeah, what do you do, Jacob?
I put my hand out and I say, "Give me the money." I go,
How much do you want? How much do you want, young sir?
"A fair amount."
He looks at you, takes out a nice little leather satchel, and places 3 gold pieces in your palm.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. I tell him to walk away and watch as it happens again. And now he's holding the skull.
He walks about 20 paces here, walking past the organist with the octopus. And then once again, Harambe's skull manifests in your satchel. And he says, young sir, you are not very young, are you? How old are you? 5. Don't lie to me, boy. Or should I call you young man? Or maybe even old man?
Oh,
I know
man.
you're not a human. He leans in close, and you see he tips his spectacles off, and he says, you're a gnome. I've seen your kind.
Actually, I'm not a gnome.
Oh, you're a halfling?
Bam!
Oh, okay, hold on. He
I'm
rolls
a little boy.
insight. Oof! He says, halfling then? I could have sworn you're a gnome with a strange tincture to your skin. But very well.
I take great offense to that, and you're racist.
Well, I care not. But what I am interested in is your little
Oh, yeah.
transubstantiation trick. Are you a spellcaster?
Cursed.
Wait, what do you say?
I said I'm cursed.
Oh. As soon as you say curse, he loses all interest in you and walks back here and sits down.
Ah,
Gets back.
fuck.
Oh,
But did you take the skull with him? So it disappeared again.
No, he doesn't care about the
Oh,
skull.
fuck you, dude. You're the worst.
However, you notice that you're.
Get boned.
I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Perception check.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
I don't.
So yeah, what do you guys do at this point?
I mean, I guess I also. Well, wait. Are we still chatting with Trefka, whatever his face is?
Trefkov and Uriel? Yeah, they're
You
there,
want-
but they're not going to be bothering you unless you have any questions. They've already told you what they wanted to tell you.
cool.
Yeah, no. Well, I kind of want to know where we should be heading next to, kind of free this place from the tyranny
Well, it sounded like they want us to be around for a week, or they're gonna contract us to, assist with.
That's right. Yeah. Well, no, they want us to come back later, so maybe we should just do that. Maybe we should go kill time.
Yeah.
However, if you do say that, Amstel, Uriel will answer that question.
Yeah. I mean, no, I would love to know, where it is we should be heading to kind of start, breaking the dam, if you will, so we could, one, get our own asses out of here, because I'd like to go home, but two, there's no reason they should be under the oppressive, rule
of a horrible
STRAHD.
monster. All right, as you say that, Uriel says, Hey, Trefkov. I think so too, Uriel. I'm betting money that they're going to be the ones. Well then, sirs. You would like to go speak with Madame Ava. And it is in your luck she's in town today. Or tonight. He gives you directions to meet with this Madame Ava.
Okay.
She's about 10 houses down from his inn. In fact, let's go to the map real quick.
Sure.
So you guys are right now in N1. She is in N3. Not very far. And thankfully, the rain has subsided at this point.
Well, we should wander over there.
Sure.
He does also say, however, gentlemen, well, I do wish you all the best of success and the best of luck, but I would be lying to you if I didn't admit something. Our town has a bit of a problem right now. There are cultists walking around the streets.
I
People in
heard
strange robes.
I heard some rumors about some crows or some ravens.
Ooh, I'd like you to roll insight, Amstel. I mean, Iron Wolf.
It's a good thing these are in alphabetical order, and I still can't figure out where the hell they are. There's
Ah!
All right. All right. So you notice that as you mentioned the were-ravens, there was a brief flicker of fear that crossed his face. But he doesn't say much after that. He does insist, however, that there are strange cultists that have been harrying people in the night, carting them off into houses, and sometimes sacrificing them, sometimes recruiting them.
flicker of fear.
Yes. He looked very scared for a brief moment. He also says, you want to avoid the one they call Izek Strasny. He's a heartless monster with a demon's arm. If he gets close to you, that demon's arm can rip your soul right out and burn you to a crisp. Then Trefkov hands you guys a portrait. Not a portrait, like a bounty poster, but instead of like saying wanted dead or alive, it says the newly appointed enforcer of the Burgomaster, Lord Izek Strasny. And you can see that, yes, his left hand does have a demonic appearance to it.
Oh. Does it... Can I do, like, another insight? Is it, like, my situation, or...
Sure, yeah. That's a good application. I'll give you advantage on the roll.
Oh, I'll probably take the 22, but... Yeah, taking the 22.
Yeah, it looks like Izek might have suffered from the same fate that you found yourself suffering from, an old bone grinder.
Izek. I might want to talk to that guy.
Izek. And Izek obviously does not look like a nice dude.
No.
He looks pretty damn angry.
Wait, so...
And he's pretty damn ugly.
So Izek is... He works for the Burgermeister, and...
He works for the
Burgermeister?
He works for the
That's his
Hamburglar. The Burgomaster.
Burgomaster. So he works for the Hamburglar.
You can just call him the mayor. Call him the mayor.
I like the Burgermeister.
Burger. So
I
he
would-
works for the Burger Baster.
Trefkov lets out a rough bark of laughter as you say the Burgomeister. And he says, gentlemen, that is quite funny, but do not say that in front of his loyals.
Well, no. So he's the mayor of this town, but
He's literally Vargas's right hand.
but yeah, but he's got. I mean, people are afraid of him. It's there's some tension here.
There is, I wouldn't say fear, but there is unrest. Mardukov says, don't lie, Trefkov, the people hate him. Well, yes, we all hate him, but he's doing a good job of keeping STRAHD away. And the werewolf attacks have gone down ever since he started these festivals up. Oh, those garish festivals. They've been driving me crazy, to be honest with you. and me as well, but still, they seem to be having some result. Whether it's the result we've been hoping for is not currently decided, but still, there is a noticeable effect.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
You could always visit him. He's always taking calls for adventurers. Apparently, he has a problem he wants to have rooted out before the next festival begins.
Yeah.
Is the problem
perhaps.
that there's too much wine in the wine fields?
Yeah, that's the only thing this asshole.
As you say that, Gedwin, Uriel actually clenches his fists a bit and does look very upset as you mention it. He says, "You know, Master Gedwin, that was actually what I wanted to discuss with you after business hours. But once again, it'll have to wait till after I'm done with my rounds."
Oh man, I don't even know how to respond. I'm caught off guard.
Oh.
Because I want to I have so many feelings. I want to discuss all this now, but I don't. I feel like I've drank enough that I probably wouldn't react fast enough to, respond in time.
Are we?
You're a bit tipsy.
Yeah.
At this point,
Well, in real life,
Everybody
too,
in the
I-
club get tips.
a vision of loveliness enters from the back room, approaches Uriel and plants a small kiss on his cheek, and she says, "My love, there are rumors that the Wachter boys are going to be arriving soon." He groans. Uriel groans and says, "Danica, my love, please, I do not think I could take more bad news tonight." And she says, "I didn't want to upset you, darling, but they are going to be coming here tonight. Gentlemen," and all the patrons go quiet. He says, "I'm afraid I'm going to have to be closing early. The Wachters are around." And then they all start to stand up and shuffle out, except for Trevkov, who tarries a bit and says, "Gentlemen, pleasure. If you need to find me," and he gives you a small location.
Sure.
If you need to go speak with him, just let me know. I'll take you guys to his house.
Okay. Are we
Everyone leaves
are we
except this gentleman.
gonna be
Rodolfo.
staying at the blue water? We're staying here. At this. inn?
That's a party decision. I have no answer for that.
Is
Oh.
there beds here?
Oh yeah, the whole second floor, he informs you, is beds of very nice disposition. He actually leads you up and shows you.
Okay.
He says, "You're welcome to stay here for a week, after which point I will have to ask for a recompense.
That's fine.
But week, lodging, food, water, all on me,
Do
as
the
long as we discuss the business I mentioned earlier."
I just want to take a look
Hey,
at the
hold on
bed.
1 second.
Like, are the
sorry.
beds
sure.
sturdy or are they? is
They
it-
are large posts made of wood,
Okay.
very sturdy, very new, very strong.
Okay. Very new, like fresh from IKEA.
Yeah, like they went shopping recently. They look barely a year old.
Cool.
Rodolfo is the only one who does not leave. In fact, he actually remains where he sits and continues poring over his parchments, every so often taking a sip of ale.
I'm gonna wander over to Rodolfo and say, seems like an alright time to clear out.
Yes, if you were not paying to stay here, I'm not leaving my home just because some local rowdy drunks are showing up. Still, sir, you're welcome to sit with me, although don't expect much company. I'm rather busy.
I say, well, a couple of us are gonna go out and get some air. No
Are
need
you
to,
inquiring me if you'd like me to join you?
if you'd like, be interested to hear more about your carnival.
Oh, yes, the carnival. I'd like you to roll insight real quick,
Yeah.
opposed to his bluff. He says, "Yes, of course, the carnival. Well, sir, I must admit, you are heavily armored, so you could hide some horrible contusion beneath all that armor. But judging by your timbre in your voice, your healthy stature, I don't believe you're a freak, or
He's
what
less
I'm looking
plagued
for.
than the other dickhead in our party.
Still, he tucks his parchments into his vestments and says, "Why not? It's better than going over false leads, and I don't really have a particular predilection for the Wachter boys, so yes, I'll join you. Where are we headed?"
Where that lady's place.
Madam
Amstel-
Ava?
Yeah.
"You're in for a show then," he says as he stands up and says, "Gentlemen, let us go."
I love good
And
show.
starts walking.
Yeah, you could lead
starts
us the
walking.
way. All right, so yeah, we all file out.
All right.
Boom.
You guys cool with going with Rodolfo through the streets?
Sure.
Sure,
Alright.
dude. I'll bring my skull.
Was it Uriel or Rodolfo who wanted us to talk about the wine fields?
Uriel wanted to talk to you guys about that.
Oh, would it be Is this considered after business hours?
Yes, although he does seem a bit upset. He apparently does not have much love for the Wachter boys.
Okay. I would actually like to stay with him.
All right. Sure. So you guys cool with splitting the party then?
Yeah, that's okay.
Temporarily. I mean, we're still in town together. I didn't run off.
I
This
let
time.
this,
No,
I
no,
let
no,
this
it's
guy
not-
run off into the woods. I have no problem going for a walk.
It's
up
not
the street with him.
like a life and death situation. So I'm like, I say to Gedwin, we're gonna be like a couple, like 2 blocks away, so we'll be back.
I grab what's the fuck Iron Wolf. That's what it was. I was like, shit, it's something wolf. Okay.
Just hard puppy.
I
Gideon hard puppy is the name.
Steel puppy.
Yeah.
Steel Doge.
Copper.
Steel Pupper.
Oh
Steel
yeah.
Pupper.
My new character, Copper Dachshund. How are ya?
Hi everybody, it's me, Copper Dachshund.
Hey.
I'm here to
Wait
give you guys a nice hand.
I'm Bronze Poodle. Are we ready to battle in the ditches?
my name is Titanium Wolfman.
Did you guys think of all these names beforehand, or are you guys just winging this?
Yeah,
one?
me and Peter have been
we've got a
having secret
list.
emails.
Yeah.
We got at least 40 idioms for this fucking shit.
Okay. That makes it slightly less impressive, but I'll take it.
No, that was completely off the cuff, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have
All right.
we-
Porcelain puppy here.
Hey, my
Hold
name
on.
is Malachite Malthusen.
Love it.
Okay,
Right.
so decide what scene we do first.
Wait. I was
Wait.
having a moment.
We had
I was about
a
to have
question for the dog man.
Oh, is me, right?
Yeah. What's
Okay,
your question?
So, it wasn't a question. I grab you by your shoulders.
Okay.
And I pull you in and I give you a tight hug and I say, "Don't think for a minute that I did not understand what you did for me, boy." And I let go and I push you away.
Yeah.
Gently.
I like shove the other keg over to by the bar, and I say, "Don't finish this thing before I'm gone, because we've got some work to do tonight."
Can we do like an
I
epic fist
slap him.
bump?
Yeah,
So-
like the was it from Predator? Like the "you son of
Yeah,
a bitch."
You son of a bitch. You guys clap arms and there's like a big curl, big muscle surge.
Like our veins are just like popping out.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Gedwin, you son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
Okay. Anyway, that's I wanted to have that moment.
Awesome, dude.
So everybody, do me a favor,
Love it.
roll a d10. We'll see which scene we do first.
Sorry, I broke my space bar. Let me see if I can
Wait,
fix it.
sorry, what am I rolling?
It's a pain in the ass.
D10.
Just a random D10.
Yeah, if you'd be so kind. Alright, so it looks like... Oh shit, we need Jacob to roll.
Piss.
D10?
Yes, sir. Alright. So, it looks like Amstel and Jorbis rolled the highest, so we'll do their scene first. As you guys shuffle out of the bar, Gedwin waves you off. Rodolfo leads you into the streets, and as you leave, you notice that the rain has stopped. There are puddles forming on the cobblestones, and they start walking you through the
I
streets.
start splashing in them.
Rodolfo then looks at you and says, "You can stop the act, boy. We all know you're not a child."
Whoa, you didn't believe my bluff from earlier?
No, he knows you're a gnome or a halfling. He's not sure what you are, but he knows you're not a kid.
Oh, he's wrong, because I'm gonna do one of the persuasion
You're gonna
checks.
double down on this shit?
Double down.
And I go up to him and I go,
Hey, mister.
I am a little boy.
You can
What?
take disadvantage on that. 'Cause
This
One
is
he's-
second, I'll be right back.
Yeah, he's suspicious of you, buddy.
Okay, so make it a 16. Fuck it.
No,
He's
disadvantage.
suspicious.
Roll the lower result.
Where's the button? Where's this advantage button?
Just roll persuasion again. Yeah, he looks at you and he says, he grabs you by the throat, not threateningly, and then he just like studies you and he says, your cranium is far too advanced to be a child. Your voice is clearly falsetto. Please act like your age. I care not, but it would be less embarrassing for you. And then just folds his hands behind his back and starts leading you guys to the streets of Locky.
Less embarrassing.
I was gonna say I'm missing a chromosome. That's why my cranium's
I'm missing.
This is so bad.
He then looks over his shoulder and smirks and says, "Perhaps that skull did it curse you to think you're a child? Quite an interesting conundrum." And then continues walking. You guys quickly get a glance of the infamous Walker boys. Here they are. They are some young men dressed in dull but extremely rich fineries, both with a blue and gold motif to them. We'll make them a bit bigger so you guys can see what they look
Look
like.
at these guys. Infamous.
Okay.
As you walk past them, you get the distinct scent of alcohol from both of them, and they are singing a ribald song about grabbing women by the pussy.
Oh yeah.
Hey, too
My
soon.
favorite.
Yes, but they look at you and they jeer, and one of them moons you, and then they stumble into the blue water inn and start yelling, "Hell, you fuck!
Make
Hell,
Wallachia
come on.
great again.
We built the wall, now let's build a dome."
Build a dome. The Great American Dome. We're gonna make the
Great
sky
Great
people
Wallachia.
pay for it.
Make the vampires pay for it. Anyway,
We're gonna
So-
make heaven pay for it. So good.
again, when you're in for a night of harassment from these gents, because they're assholes. Anyway, you guys are led through the streets of Locky. You see most of the people are turning the lights off for the night. The fog is dancing along the streets. And as you walk past, I need to do the town check, so give me 1 sec. You guys get a random cool thing that happens.
Random cool thing.
2. All right. As you walk, Rodolfo leads you through some alleyways, and you come to an old mortuary, or perhaps not really a mortuary, but more like a coffin maker's house. You also see that behind the coffin maker's house is a series of freshly carved coffins from a rich oak wood. It says, hanging from the coffin maker's shop, "Come, I know I'll see all of you in time. Get it over with." And
Yeesh.
the
Nice.
name under it says Heinrich van der Voort. And you
Used
see that.
coffin salesman.
No, I don't think he sells used, but you notice that he is actually currently hammering in a coffin, and there are about 4 that are surrounding him. And he looks up, and he's a pretty old-looking gentleman. He's got a big beard with some whiskers, and it's all silver white. He has a haunted look in his eyes, and as he looks at all of you, he staggers a bit. And he says, "Rodolfo." "Yes, Heinrich? I thought you weren't gonna come here at night anymore." I'm not. I'm just walking through the streets." Just don't get any closer, and I'm calling the constable." "Of course, Heinrich, of course."
Huh. Did we associate with a creeper, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, if you guys
exciting.
want to talk to Heinrich, he's hammering away on some coffins.
Yeah, I
But
say
Rodolfo is still walking away.
so Rodolfo's splitting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but if you guys he'll wait for you guys. He's not gonna be like an escort mission in a video game. He's just gonna. He obviously does not like Heinrich at all.
Yeah, no, it's
Either,
okay. I'm gonna like just brief aside to Rodolfo and be like, "Hey, so what's some history here? Good evening."
Sir, we're closed. Go away.
Okay.
Take off that mask. It's frightening.
It helps me breathe. Maybe.
I guess he murmurs out an apology, but he doesn't seem to like you.
No, it's all right. That might just be this guy's theme. Sorry to have bothered you. Get a lot of business. Your line of work.
Yeah, and no thanks for it. I provide a very important service here. If you don't want to come up as a vampire, you need a good sturdy coffin to hold your corpse in. But does anyone ever think Heinrich van der Voort? Nope. All of them just give me glares and say I'm gonna kill them all one day. I don't kill anyone. I just make sure you have a bed when you're dead.
Bed when you're dead. You should monetize that. That's good.
He looks at you, and then he's not sure if you're. He seems to be extraordinarily suspicious, but then he cracks a smile and he says, "Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Thanks.
Yeah, get some like.
You want me to give you a measurement in case something bad happens?"
Yeah, why not? It just seems likely, you know. Haha.
I'm serious.
Yeah, yeah, do that. But seriously, you should get some like T-shirts with a slogan made or something.
T-shirts.
Yeah,
He
you
measures
wear them
you.
under your armor.
He measures you, and he says, "Sir, I will give you a 5% discount on your coffin if you so need it." Or he then turns to the gentleman. He says, "If this one dies, he gets a small discount.
Small
It has to
discount.
be within the week, though. If he lives longer than that, I'm not. It's gone. Okay, it wears off."
Let's see how she goes.
And Rodolfo says, "Gentlemen, I believe we have pressing matters to attend to."
We do.
So-
Onward to the house of this lady.
All right, so you guys, well, as you're led to it, you quickly realize it's not a house. It is a gypsy caravan.
Oh, nice.
Pretty much exactly.
God damn it,
like-
I hate gypsy caravans.
No, dude, gypsies are cool. We just saved a bunch of Astani. We've got some street cred.
Also parked behind this caravan is another caravan that says Rudolfo von Richtenstein's House of Horrors. And he says, "Yes, I met Madame Ava 3 days ago when I parked in here. She's quite the lovely old bird." And he pulls you all close in like a huddle almost. And he says, "Don't trust that coffin maker. I have good reason to suspect he's trying to bring in saboteurs to the town. That's why I'm walking past there every night. He is not to be trusted, gentlemen. Not at all."
Can I do a
Yeah, if you
Gosh.
guys want, you can all roll insight to find out if
is
he's telling
just
the truth
so
or not.
handy. I'm doing an insight on my friend. But
Ironwolf, you're suspicious of him. He's been very off-putting all night. He's not very polite. He's very boorish and pseudo-intellectual. You don't like that kind of guy. He looks like he's all talk, no backing it up. However, Jorbis, you feel the same way. You think he's an asshole for seeing through your kid disguise. However,
I am a kid.
I am a kid. Amstel, however, you realize that Rodolfo has shared the truth with you. His suspicions are both earnest, and you get the feeling that he's the type when he says something, he's either telling the truth or he's having a jest. And in this regard, he seems to be telling the truth. He does not respect or trust Heinrich van der Hort as far as he can throw.
All right.
Anyway, you guys walk up to the caravan. You see this lovely image of a woman shuffling around inside. Before all of your attention is drawn to a painted door that, is right in front of you. Rodolfo says, "I'm going to be standing out here. I've seen this show as it is, but still, it's going to be unique for all of you. I'm sure you're going to have a wonderful time." He then starts pacing around and goes to his caravan, walks inside, and you hear a loud sound. And he shuts the door behind him.
I elbow nudge Jorbis and I'm like, did you hear that? Does that sound familiar? Did you hear that? Did you? What was that?
That sounded like a Batman.
I thought didn't sound like a, like a little like your history, your past catching up with you.
It sounds like a wild beast. It could have been a gorilla for all you know.
Is there windows in this caravan?
No, it's all solid wood and steel. Although it is painted in a very gesturely manner, like very bright reds and garish blues
Any
that
signs
form.
of gorillas?
You know what? Give me an investigation check.
Yeah, I'll give it gorillas.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
You study it. Aside from the coloration described, you see that there is a sign on this sign on the side that says Rudolfo von Richtenstein's House of Horrors and Wonders. And after a few moments, you hear another coming from inside.
Alright, being a elf and growing up, or a gnome, growing up in the forest,
gnome.
I'm sure I've seen plenty of Harambis or gorillas in nature. As you can see by this, there's lots of eastern lobe.
You just
plant
damn,
gorillas.
Rudolfo's got some bad stomach gas. And you go back and rejoin the group. Meanwhile, you notice that this door is painted with a series of reds, golds, silvers, and bronzes. And they depict a story, you quickly realize. At the top of the door, there is a burning sun that is shining over a shadowed country. And then much to your either astonishment or wonder or maybe even horror, the image begins to shift. The paints start running and start forming an image of a man astride a horse that seems to be composed of shadow and flame.
Yeah.
Wielding a large blood-red sword, he begins to cut off the heads of small silhouettes as little fountains of blood shoot out. He bathes in the blood and grows a pair of bat-like wings, which flies towards the perspective. Immediately, the door swings open, and you see this image before you. Oh. Hello, gentlemen. How can I be of service to you tonight?
Lady, there's something wrong with your
And then
door.
Oh, I'm afraid that door is rather ancient. It tells a history that... She opens her eyes and you realize she's blind, guys. She doesn't even have pupils. It's just staring into pure milky white.
You really should get that door looked at.
I'm afraid sight has abandoned me, child. I
Have you
cannot look...
seen that door?
Oh, now you're...
Thank
just
you.
says,
It's
now
like you're
you're
not
just...
even trying to see it.
She just says, now you're just being rude. Aside from that, though, she walks inside and says, "Come, if you dare," and then goes, "Ha, ha, ha, ha," and shuffles into her little carriage.
I like this lady already.
So yeah, do you guys go in or no?
Yeah, I'm all in there.
All right, cool. So, once again, change the map. This is what you see before you: a small gypsy caravan, which is filled with knickknacks and cute little things.
Paddywhacks?
You can see that there knickknacks, paddywhacks. There's a dog chewing on a bone.
This old man just came home, man.
You can see that there's a clock with a little cuckoo that when it comes out it goes strut, and then goes back inside.
Screw Strahd.
Yep, strut.
Nice.
Anyway, there's a bookshelf with ancient books that say History of Barovia, Conquests of the Order of the Silver Dragon, the Wizard of Winefields, what you can order, how you can order it, get it here soon. A lot of cool little knickknacks. She sits down, and as she does, she taps a cane, and the wooden floor pulls open, and a large stone card table emerges, and she says, sit, whenever you're ready. You must forgive me, dearies. It's been quite some time since I performed a Taroka card reading, but I believe I should be able to pull it off just fine.
Do you mean tarot card reading, old lady?
Taroka. It is... And she leans in close and does a big snell. Ah, a gnome. You must forgive me, child. Or, not child. It's been a while since I've seen your kind.
Yeah,
No.
you've got a
Yeah,
reputation as not child
you're
now in
funny.
this town.
I said Taroka, and I did not misspeak, my boy. A Taroka is a deck of cards that, when divined and given out to people such as yourself, will not only reveal the future, but will reveal destiny, and perhaps the haunted history of this town. So, she reaches into a satchel at her side and pulls out a long bottle of what looks like wine, but as she uncorks it, it begins to glow green.
Oh, man.
She chugs it, and with her cheeks full of it, she turns to the crackling fire and spits into it. With a little explosion of liquid, the fire hungrily drinks in the alcohol and then turns to an emerald green, crackling merrily. She says, "How's that for a chick?" and starts shuffling a long vellum
I'm just
suit of
clapping.
black and gray cards.
I love it.
You flatter me, and it may get you somewhere. Perhaps fate will smile upon you.
Yeah, I'm winking, but it's behind my iron mask. It's hard to see.
So, alright, so the card reading is performed. As the green flame casts the shadows that fall upon the walls into long, stretched images, you notice that there is a chill in the air. For as she picks up this heavy deck of cards, you see that the backs display what looks like a crucifix, but it's wrapped up with thick vines and brambles. Flowery imagery. But as she starts shuffling them, the reverse, which depicts imagery, all of which are moving. So the cards are moving,
Wait,
guys.
like Like
the
the eyes
picture-
are looking back and forth, or like what?
Nice.
Like, well, there's 54 cards in total, and as you peer into them, you quickly notice that some depict small women, others depict men with eyes covering their entire face. Do you guys play Hearthstone at all?
Yeah.
You know golden cards, how they have like GIFs embedded in them?
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that.
Nice.
Okay.
All of them are moving.
Oh,
And
these are
depict-
cool.
Yeah. I know, this is the
Like in
highest...
Harry Potter.
Yeah, like portraits. This is the highest definition I could find, and unfortunately it's not that high def. So I'm going to make it nice and big so you guys can maybe take a gander.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
okay.
I like them.
She spreads them out all face up before you, and then dicks them back together. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then she says the following. I know I said dick. I shouldn't have said dick. That was a misspeak.
I was gonna let it slide.
Yeah, that was a little Freudian slide. So here we go. The Taroko deck. This well-made macabre deck of cards is 54 in total. The old seer, known as Madame Eva, smiles a crooked grin and begins to end her shuffles, crooning out a gentle voice. Come close, my friends, and let me offer guidance into the misted futures. I offer nothing but is what is foretold to me by the Taroko Benigli. I speak their words for them and show you dire fortunes and benevolent fates. A lost voice calls out now, beckoning to speak to you. And she starts to deal out the cards. And once again, you guys remember the first time you entered Barovia, where you met those strange dead Vistani that did a card reading for you.
Yeah.
She's dealing them out in a way that is almost exactly the same. But I'm going to warn you guys, this is a very important part of the game. You're going to want to take notes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to copy down at least little bits of what I'm saying, because this is basically the quest. It's going to be the main quest.
I have a question though. I'm
Yes.
clearly not here, so I don't take any notes.
No, but if you want to help out the guys, you're more, and she can also deal you a Taroko reading later as well.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna stop drinking now while this happens, because I think that actually enhances the effect, because I'm actually not here, and then I don't know anything about it.
All right, and also I'm gonna help you guys out. I'm gonna give you guys a little handout that you guys can edit if you want to do it on Roll20 to keep it there locked
cool.
in place so you don't lose
I'll be
it.
right back.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
putting in my. I've got it in my notes on like my bio side.
All right, I just saved it into you. You guys should have it in your handouts,
Cool.
which is in the little newspaper thing. It should say Taroko Fortunes on there. You guys should be able to edit it at your leisure.
Neat. Yes, I see.
Mine's just a picture. Oh, okay, I see. I could edit it.
Alright,
Whatever
cool.
I need.
So she starts to shuffle the cards and as she does, time seems to slow down and the audio seems to increase. As she shuffles it, you can hear every card flowing into each other, and you see fog and mist starts to come off her fingertips as the green flame crackles all around you. She draws one card, the vellum sliding along the back, and turns it. And she smiles and she tells you all, this card tells of history, of stories that echo through eternity. Their words, their songs, eternally replaying in a chorus. Sawado. Anyway, knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. She draws a card.
Hang on, I broke my space bar, so I'm like slowly trying to type.
Shit. All right. So here we go. Let me get my Taroka. Here we go. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And bam. All right. This one is, if you guys want to look on this little GIF I have, or this little JPEG I have up here, you're gonna be looking on the top row, near the very middle. You should see a man with a hood and a noose in the background. I believe it's called the Destroyer.
Hanged man?
Executioner?
Yes. Right here, the Executioner. There we go. Right here. So you see this grizzled image before you. And as she starts to read, she says the following. Sorry, I just gotta scroll through this PDF and find what it says.
That's okay. I'm like pressing the space bar by touching the little pip in the middle.
Of little pep.
Because, yeah, I might need a new keyboard.
What did you do to your poor keyboard, man?
I was playing around with some like Velcro cable ties, and like a little piece of one fell in between like the B key and the space bar, and I was like, oh, I'll just pull the space bar off. But then there's like the button that is the actual switch, but then also this like little metal lever. That
Ooh, okay.
it's like the spring that it rides on, and I like can't for the life of me get the spring back
back.
in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, so
Alright,
it's the
just-
long metal piece?
Yeah.
You could do that. I believe in you, Pete.
Fuck, man.
I've had to do it.
You
I
can
believe
do it, buddy.
I have to,
You
like-
can do
You
it.
could use your spacebar. You could search YouTube for how to fix it.
Jesus. Yeah.
All right.
Not during
Also,
a game
guys-
though. I know what I'm doing at 2 a.m. today.
Here we go. This is their first Taroka reading. All right.
Oh, I'm not paying attention. Ping me when I should pay attention, okay?
Okay. She says right here. I see a faceless god. He awaits you at the end of a long and winding road deep in the mountains. You seek the Amber Temple, where STRAHD's evil was given force, and benevolence has forsaken that land. So yeah, take that one. Take that down, guys. That's
Trying.
what?
Jorvis isn't paying attention.
She cracks like her cane across her nose and says, "Pay attention, boy."
So what was
Look.
where Strahd's?
Go, okay.
What was the thing about like it was forsaken by good?
Yes, forsaken by benevolence.
Okay.
This place known as the Amber Temple, and it's where Strahd gained his power.
All right.
So she picks up the next card, flips it over, and slides it on the table. She says, "This card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope and great danger." This one you're going to want to help me find, because I'm not sure exactly where it is. But it is called the Conjurer. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but it's on there somewhere.
I'm looking.
Woken
Uh,
Panub.
Oh, wait, here I found it. It is the third row, fifth card from the left.
I see.
Image of a woman that's holding a bunch of
Stars.
little stars that are floating out of her grip. I see a dead village drowned by a river, ruled by one who has brought great evil into the world. She was there at his beginning, watching him grow, subtly influencing him down a path of such wretched darkness that even an angel would fear to tread. Seek this woman. Take it from her. And with it, banish the shadow from these lands. At this point, the fire crackles, and instead of becoming green, it is now a dark, ominous obsidian color. Picture black with the core of purple that is struggling to get into the blackness. The carriage begins to shake as you see that Madame Ava's eyes roll into their sockets, and for the first time you can see color in those white orbs. But it's not a happy color. It is a blood red that seems almost painful for her. Her hand, trembling, reaches out and grabs the next one as you hear whispers, fervent and ominous, go. She flips over the card, slides it on the table, and says, "This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight, wielded once by the devil's own brother, his flesh and blood, which through his own ingestion gained the power of a devil. You seek this sword." And then she says to you, oh, here we go. Okay. Look for a wizard's tower upon a lake. Let the wizard's name and servant guide you to that which you seek. The name of Van Richten will bring you much joy and much hardship, but deep within his catacombs of burnt out stone and collapsed wood, you will find the Sword of the Sun. and with it, banish the darkness before it can swallow up the light. Also, I forgot to mention, this one is called the Wizard, the Master of Stars. Should be somewhere. I'll scan. Maybe I can help you guys find it.
I thought I was looking at
So
it.
I don't know how it looks to you, but it's like really weirdly distorted and tidy on my screen. So
Maybe I could find the one that I downloaded it from and send it to you guys. It might be high def that way.
I can zoom in. Well, no, it's higher def. I can zoom in on it, but then it's harder to scroll around the thing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
here we go.
it's okay.
I found a better image. Let me link it to you guys.
Word.
There you
Wizard.
go.
Wizard. He's like bottom third from the right.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
There
it looks like a man holding a staff with a long beard, and he's sending out swirls.
He's got a lot of
power.
spaghetti.
He's got a lot of spaghetti. I'm just gonna delete this because we got that better thing now.
Yeah,
So
look at that. It's like a flying spaghetti monster wizard.
yeah, I wanted you guys to see what the cards look like because they do have pretty cool art.
Did you send
Yeah, I
that?
know they do.
Did you send that over Skype
So-
or?
Yeah, no, Roll20 chat.
Oh.
So, the carriage now creaks and shudders as if it is being assaulted from
Oh, nice.
hands that clamor and bash against the wood. Jorbis, out of the corner of your eye, you see a desiccated, ghoulish face press up against the window and breathe out this thick fog, and then it writes in the fog, "I'm coming for you, Jorbis."
I go, whoa, did you see that?
Yeah.
Iron Wolf, you hear howling, and then, much to your horror, your left stitched hand pops off and begins choking your right hand. But as you blink, the illusion ends.
Huh.
And Amstel, you see yourself hanging from a thin rope amidst bark and bites branches.
Ugh.
What a terrifying vision.
Yeah, this is seriously.
As the visions end, you notice that Madame Eva is shaking violently, but she holds a fourth card in her decrepit hands.
Oh shit.
And she says, "This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in this battle against the darkness." And she flips it to you guys. Oof. Okay, this one's actually pretty cool. Because you might have met this gentleman already.
Oh.
Harambe!
It's Harambe.
Harambini.
It's definitely not Harambe. Here we go.
It should be the marionette.
This is the Mists card.
Mists.
Yes, if you want to scan that, I'll read you what it says. A Vistana wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She's not staying in one place for long. Seek her out amongst St. Markovia's Abbey, near the mists. You have met her mentor. He goes by a false name. He is closer than you think. At this point, there is nothing but stillness. The flame becomes green and then red again. Madame Eva slumps forward, her hair slicked with sweat, her brow furrowed, and her breathing labored. But in her hand, she holds one last card. Trembling, she flips it and lays it on the table, forming a rudimentary star shape with the other four. And she breathes out the last. Your enemy is a creature of most foul darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality and the dreams of men. This card will lead you to him.
One more
Follow
card.
this card's whispers, and you will find the one place Strahd cannot run from you. And she flips over the last card, which is the Beast. She says, "The Beast sits upon his dark throne, sipping blood from a skull, awaiting the final combat, the one which holds the fate of destiny of this land upon the victor's shoulders." That's it.
Cool.
Toroka reading ends. You guys reached your next milestone.
Oh, hey.
Aside from that,
I
Madame
heard
Eva
milestone.
slump.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, once you get your Taroko rating done, Dan, you'll hit a milestone.
Sweet.
However, Madame Eva slumps forward, and
Okay.
much
I'm
to
out.
your three's horror, you don't hear her breathing anymore.
Oh no.
What do you guys do?
Okay, do a health check on her.
Yeah, you can do medicine.
Oh, it's medicine in this level. Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize at all. You didn't do anything wrong.
It
Anyone
used to
else?
be health, didn't it? Or was
Used
health,
to be-
or is
yeah,
health
it
in the
used to be
future?
heal.
Healing check,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I don't think Amstel, you're the one who rolled first, so you run over, quickly place a hand on her shoulder, and you go, Madame Eva, and she goes, bah, boo, ha 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 ha.
Babu.
Ah. Sorry, I couldn't help it, dearie. I'm perfectly fine. Just a little winded.
We were terrified. I'm glad you're okay.
Yes, I'm afraid the Taroko spirits have been restless ever since the fog gate opened. Still, go with peace, children. If you ever need the reading again, I will do my best to recall what the spirit said through me.
Yeah, I don't know. I thank her. Is there anything we can give you for?
Oh, if you have some wine lying about. It's been a while since I've wet my whistle with some Wizards of the Winery wine.
What do I have?
However, Iron Wolf, I would like you to roll insight, because as you offered your services to her, there was this brief moment where there was like, I wouldn't say like a hungry look, but there was like a hopeful look in her eyes. See if you can maybe pick up on why that is. Hungry eyes.
What did I roll? I can't see.
All right.
Eh.
There was a sadness in her eyes. That when you said help, you got the feeling that she would have given anything to say yes to that, but she swallowed it and just smiles and shakes and just says, "If you have any wine, I'd take it. But no, my darling, you don't have to do much more than that."
Yeah, I'm sorry, but our drunk companion has all of our wine. But I'll come back another day.
She smiles and she says,
I promise you.
Wine may become a rarity in this town if Martikov does not find his truth. And then takes out a pipe, lights it, takes a deep puff, and breathes out a plume of purplish gray smoke and leans into her chair and drifts to sleep.
Nice. A little wake and bake, and she's back to her respite.
Yeah. You guys leave, unless, is there anything else you want to do in here? Doesn't seem like there's anything valuable, but there are a
Just
couple
rummage around, I guess.
Exactly. See what's under her
Like any
outfit.
good guest.
Seriously, you guys rummage about?
No.
RPG playing. Just break all the pots and see what's in them.
Let's see where she keeps the. Let's see where she keeps the Mickey Mouse trading cards. No, I'm totally happy to leave her asleep. I tuck her in. I tuck a
Take out
quilt and an
Take a
Afghan.
quilt that has like a family tray on it, and you tuck her in it. She's very small and frail for her. Even for a woman, she seems very petite.
Yeah, I mean she's got like the good grandmother. She's like a good grand nanny. So I want to take care of her.
That was nice of you. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that.
No.
Meanwhile, Gedwin.
Yeah.
Hello. Wow, this is the best time to put on my headphones. I was like, I don't want to listen to spoilers, so I wasn't there.
Good psychic awareness, buddy.
No, it's cool.
We're on the same page, bro.
It has been about 10 minutes since the gentleman left, and already the Walker boys are disrupting everything. They brought a bunch of local rowdies, including who you've been warned against, Izek STRAHD, who is sitting in a corner, and in his left demonic hand, you see that he's staring at a small doll. And every so often he'll growl and like crush the doll a bit, but then stop himself and throw it on the table. But in fact, every single time he does that, within a minute he picks it back up and pets the thing's hair. The Walkers, one of them is currently groping Uriel's wife, who seems immensely displeased by this. And he's like, "Hey, lighten up, baby!" And he breathes out.
Guys?
And
they're groping her.
Well, one of them's groping her.
Okay.
The one with the scarred face.
Groping how?
His hand's on her waist, and he's like rubbing her navel with his thumb through her clothing.
Okay, so he's not quite grabbing her by the pussy yet.
No.
Okay.
This one
The night
is
young.
currently testing out what looks like a new shining silver sword. He's chopping up the tables and the chairs as a group of local rowdies, these big pot-bellied men, or frankly some nasty-looking young women, all just cheer him on, screaming, and it's just become. It used to be a nice, quiet little tavern. Now it's like a barroom brawl almost. And Uriel is basically looks like he is doing everything he can to not go in and bash this guy's head clean into the tavern until it's nothing but pulp.
Which guy? This guy?
One that's harassing his wife. But
Okay.
you get the feeling that as much as he would want to do that, there's a reason he can't, but you're not exactly sure why.
Okay. Can I walk? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to ping.
I got
I'd
my
like to walk
keyboard
behind
fixed.
the counter.
Sure.
And put my arm around him and say,
Aye, friend, what ails ya?
That little shit Nikolai. He's touching my wife again.
I scoff.
Seems like an easy fix to me.
And start walking that way.
He grabs you by the shoulder and he says, "Don't touch him. If you do that, you're going to bring a hellstorm upon this tavern. They're just drunk. They're always drunk. But their mother, Lady Wachter, she holds power in this town that rivals even Vargas." You clearly realize Vargas is the burgomaster.
Even the Burger Master?
Okay, but they're not related to this guy, or they are?
No, Izek Strasny is like there is a local enforcer for the nobility or the people in power.
So
it looks
he
like
is
he's
enforcing for them.
Yes, he's currently making sure that they get their little drunken rebels done without them being harassed.
And I know this.
Yeah, you heard it through the tavern. You know that Izek Strasny guards both the Vargases and the Wachters.
Okay. So I come to Uriel and say, "Is that the guy I should talk to?" And I nod in the direction of Izek.
He's not much one for talking, to be honest with you. But if you want to talk to him, I won't stop you. Just be careful of that hand of his. There's a strange evilness about him with that hand out. Be safe. Get one.
Okay.
safe.
Now I have, if I recall correctly, Iron Wolf left the other keg with me as well, right?
Yes, he did.
Excellent.
He did say that he wanted to share it with you, though. So I don't know if that helps or doesn't.
You just don't have to
I-
finish it. It's okay.
I
Just don't finish it.
You're not here.
That's
look up.
that's what I said is all.
Like a little chibi Iron Wolf appears on his shoulders and says, "Just don't finish it, bro."
Just don't finish it. It's just a little
But
bit.
then like a devil Goodwin appears on your other shoulder, is like, "But finish it, bro."
it.
Wait. How many? You said how many? 25 gallons?
25 to 30, yeah. It's
25
not
to
it's
30.
yeah.
Okay.
enough to
Alright,
be like
excellent.
about 50 pounds of ale.
Okay. This is perfect. I look longingly, introspectively through the window and say, "Whatever happens, Iron Wolf, forgive me." Anyway, I walk around the bar.
Mhm.
I smack Uriel in the back and say, "I will see what I can do, friend." And I walk around the bar, pick up both barrel kegs, whatever.
Okay.
And walk on over. Is he sitting? Is he like sitting
But as you
here,
walk
or is
over,
he sitting at the edge of the table? What's the deal?
right there, and he's staring at a small doll with.
And so,
his
but there's
butt-
like a little chair there, right?
Yeah, he's sitting in actually. He's very big. He's like 6'7".
That's fine.
It's a big chair. But Gedwin, as you walk past that, Carl walks over to you, swinging his sword around, and it almost slips out of his grip. But at the last second, he grabs it and he goes, "Where the fuck are you going, huh? I don't remember bringing you here with us, you little shit.
And
Hey,
he
I've been cutting wood all night. How about I cut into your fucking face?" He leans in and breathes out alcohol-stained breath and brings up the sword and lets the point rest right next to your nose. He says, "Give me a fucking reason, guy. I just got this sword from a tinker. I want to wet it with some blood tonight."
Ooh, you're making this good.
Thank you.
You triggered me.
Triggered.
I no, this is ooh, this is good. Okay, I exhale out of my nose very deeply.
Did I hit a nerve?
No. I
So that's what he says.
oh. I say, excuse me, sir. Let me set these down with my friend. I will be right.
Why don't you just do me a favor and you just give me both of them? I don't think you look like you're a friggin' newbie here. I don't think you know who I am.
Walk towards Ezek with disregard.
Hey! He shouts as he slashes. Well, he doesn't slash at you, but he stabs his weapon into the ground and grabs you by the shoulder and spins you around. He's not very strong though. But
I'd
you're
like to. What do I roll to kind of like?
Let's do an opposed contest.
A what?
Opposed strength. So if you get higher than a 10,
strength.
you're
Strength or save? Oh, sorry, character save.
check.
Or it wouldn't just. I guess it doesn't matter, right? Because it's the same formula.
Unless you have proficiency in your saving throws, then it would be higher.
Yeah.
Nice. So
I don't want to like push him down. I just want to like brush him off.
he grabs you with his shoulder, tries to spin you, and you're just kind of like, oh my god, like really? And you just shove him off, and he goes, hey, I'm talking to you, and he storms over to you, as he whips the sword out of the thing and lays it on your shoulder. He says, give me those kegs, kid.
Is it safe to assume I'm where I am right now?
Yes.
Okay.
He looks at you with like these nasty gold yellow eyes, and he says, what do you want?
Wait, who? Oh, Ezek?
Yeah.
Okay, I look at him.
Ezek.
I plop both barrels down right in front of him. I say, excuse me, friend. I would like to share these with you, but first, I've got some business to take care of. And I turn around and I punch the guy in the face.
All right, roll an attack.
Okay. Well, +4, I guess, right? I think it's. Or do I add my everything, proficiency and whatnot?
Yeah, you're a martial class, so you do have proficiency in unarmed attacks.
All right, I'm just gonna do a Warhammer roll, but then I'll roll the other.
Instead of rolling damage, it's a D6.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it
Strike.
D4?
Oh yeah, D4 plus strength, and it's non-lethal.
Okay. Do I get advantage because he doesn't expect
Yeah,
it? Or...
he's drunk off his ass. You have advantage.
Is that okay? Do I hit him?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Even with the 10, he's not wearing armor.
Roll D4, just D4, or do I get a
D4
strength plus strength, right?
There is a wham sound.
Hold on,
as
D4 plus
you
plus strength.
spin around like a tornado.
Okay.
Your fist slamming into his chin. You see a tooth fly out, and his sword staggers to the ground with like ting 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 ting. He staggers into the thing, and immediately you see Nikolai go, Carl, and he goes, ugh.
And I turn back around instantly to Ezek and say, "Now, shall we?" And I slam the table like that.
Nice.
Ezek growls out to you, "You shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta kick your ass." He cracks his knuckles.
Whoa, I heard that.
Wait, okay.
The demonic one, it has 6 fingers, so you hear 6 knuckles crack, and it's a lot deeper. It's like.
So I nod, but I say, "That's all well and good, but first we drink." And I sit down right next to him.
Carl runs at you with it and swings at you. 14.
14 is... Wait, what the fuck? Why does it say my armor class is 3? What did I, like, accidentally delete a number? One sec. Let me look at my actual armor class.
Is the 1 cut off?
It could have been.
Is it just... yeah, I mean, 13 seems low for my armor class.
Yeah.
It's probably because you have a -1 modifier for dexterity.
No, but because I don't have a dex, I have a armor that's not... I have 16 armor class. Why the fuck does it say 3? That's weird.
Yeah, it's
Hold on.
16.
16, there you go.
So-
yeah, because I have my character sheet actually saved in Dropbox. So it's 16.
Yeah. So he runs forward, slams the blade into your shoulder, but the armor deflects all of the damage, and he goes, "Ugh, ugh," and you see as you turn around, his like one of his teeth from his lower jaw is missing. There's blood peppering his straggly little beard, and he actually like comically puts his leg on your back and rips the sword out, and he goes, "You're gonna fucking regret that, you little shit."
I turn around and say, "That's fine. Your chaperone will take care of you. But first, we will do the honorable thing. Please, the grown-ups are talking. Goodbye."
You son of a bitch. Nikolai! Yeah, brother? Cut that bitch's throat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You see Nikolai take out a rusty knife and stab it into Damaravia's throat,
No!
and pulls it wide open, giving her a Glasgow grin.
I blame Dan.
Those are real. Okay. Okay, so I stand up. I look Ezek in the eyes. I say, "Excuse me again,
No.
please."
He walks in front of you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Stay where you are. You did this. You don't know who you're messing with, kid. You shouldn't have done that.
And I need you to roll initiative. You see Uriel shoves Nikolai back, who lets out a "She's not pretty no more, is she?" And he presses his hands against her and starts healing her. Thankfully, he seems to be a cleric of sorts. I need you to roll
Jesus.
initiative, Dan.
Oh, wait. Can I talk first or no?
Yes, you may talk, but Ezek is hostile to you.
That's fine. I look at him and say, "I suppose customs are different here." And I'm talking very lowly. That's fine. Low, kind of just barely so he can hear me, but I'm very quiet, not particularly loud. But I say, "I suppose customs are different here."
Ezek looks
You-
at you and he says,
Yeah, the one custom we have in this town is those two drunk shits get to do whatever they want, and the mom keeps the money flowing.
And I say, "That is all well and good. However, after we fight,
Ezek,
We
you
will
called
drink.
me a drunk shit. Yeah, and I'm not wrong.
so I would his left, oh no, his right hand is the one that is
yes, his left hand is
Is
human,
normal.
his
Okay.
right hand is demonic with 6 fingers and 2 thumbs.
okay. So I
Also, I'm just going
say-
to add you to the initiative one.
Oh yeah. I'll
That's
roll it in a sec. I mean, here, fine. I'll roll it now. But wait.
Yeah, I'm not trying to interrupt you. I'm just doing it like to
Wait,
prep.
why is it? I put over? Oh, maybe I can't roll after you put me on the thing because I mouse over it and it gives me
Oh,
the little X.
Go ahead, try again. I removed you from the turn order. Maybe that'll.
No, that's weird. Oh, there we go.
There we
Sorry.
go.
Okay, there we go.
15.
I was mousing over the number, not the word. Okay, I got 15. Okay, so before that though, I say, "That's all well and good, but once we fight, we will drink. Agreed?" And then I stick out my left hand to shake his hand.
He looks at you and he doesn't shake your hand and he says,
If you're still breathing by the time I'm done with you, then I'm not doing my job right. I'll pour some alcohol in your corpse, though. Would that be sufficient?
I nod. I smile and nod and say, "Oh, warrior's burial."
"All right, it is your turn. What do
But
you
does
do?"
he still does not shake my
No.
hand?
No,
Okay.
not at all. He,
Um,
you get the feeling that he's much like the children without souls. He is emotionless and stoic. He does not have a soul.
I'm stoic. That's one of my qualities.
Yes, yes, but you do have a soul. This guy is just pure rage in the form of a human being.
And what does he have what's his weapon like, or is it just the claw thing?
He does not have a weapon, but he does look pretty intense.
Oh shit. Okay. So it's just so all he bare fists, except one fist is a giant claw.
Yeah.
Huh.
Also, I'm gonna put on some music.
Oh, let me
that I
turn my
think
music off.
I think Pete will appreciate because it's 8-bit. This one's called 8-bit Dungeon Boss.
Nice.
All right. So Dan, what do you do for your turn?
Okay. Ooh, this is rough because I kind of don't want to hit him first, but
You
I
can
guess
hold an
we-
action if you want.
No, oh yeah, so then I can go twice in a row if I wanted to, right?
Yes, theoretically.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll hold it.
All right. So he cracks his knuckles, cracks his neck, and then slugs you possibly twice with his fists. Here we go. All right. So 16's your armor class.
Yes.
Okay. One hit, one miss. So he slams you with an uppercut with his demonic arm. You feel like your jaw go off hinge a bit as you stagger back, and you take 18 points of damage.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Well, he got more max damage on that. The second time you deflect with your warhammer, you hear the warhammer's head clong as his fist impacts into it.
Wait, shit, 31. Sorry.
So
They're gonna put your ass in one of those coffins you can't get out of, Dan. You're screwed.
Carl moves over here, provoking an attack
One of
opportunity
those
for you.
coffins with a lock on the outside.
Yeah.
So Carl moves behind you, Dan. If you want, you do have an attack of opportunity you can use against him.
Of course, I hate the little shit.
All right, go ahead, give me that weapon roll, warhammer, baby. Oh yeah, you bash him right in the guts with it. And damage.
Wait, yeah, but I'm gonna do a bonus action, and this is the right time for me to. Well, actually, Well, yeah, cause actually no, cause it's concentration, right? Wait, yeah, concentration. So he could potentially break my concentration, right?
Yeah.
What would it take to break my concentration?
You roll your casting stat, which I believe is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to beat the DC is equal to the damage you take.
Yeah.
So if you have a concentration spell going and then they hit you, you get a concentration check to maintain the spell.
Okay. Roll D. Yeah. Sweet. So he takes 14 damage. As divine energy courses through my warhammer.
All right. He staggers, and you notice Carl is pretty much on his last legs, but he does flank you, so his sword attack has advantage. 21 does hit you, so he sinks the sword into the small of your back and twists it, dealing 6 points of damage.
And I have to roll a wisdom D10 plus 2.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw and the DC is 6.
Okay. And wait, is it D10 plus 2 or D20 plus 2?
D20. Yeah, you still maintain your concentration.
Sweet.
The round's about to end, so what would you like to use your held action?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
No, well this while Carl's alive, I get Izek gets advantage as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Do I have Okay. I will hit Carl. Wait, he's if I lethal him, he's dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you opt to do like non-lethal damage?
Yeah, you could actually.
I know you used to be able to do that in like older
Could I
editions.
opt to do it after I know whether he gets knocked out or not, or do I have to tell you both? Like.
You have to declare it when you use the attack action.
Okay. Well, but
You can
non-lethal.
say it's lethal
will
or
still,
non-lethal.
Okay, it'll still knock him out, but.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll knock him out. He won't be bleeding out either. He'll just be unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that hits. You're going for Carl?
I am going for Carl.
All right. Non-lethal or lethal?
Wait. When I roll a 1 or 2, I can re-roll the roll.
Right.
Wait.
Just click Warhammer V again. It'll re-roll it for you.
Yeah. So when I roll a 1 or 2 on damage die for an attack with a melee weapon you're wielding with 2 hands, which I am, because it's the V is versatile, you can re-roll the die and use the new roll.
All right. So yeah, just click
and
it.
and D4.
Oh yeah.
So 10.
Okay, cool. 10 is
Unless-
just enough to knock out Carl. You boom, the hammer cracks him in the head, and he goes and goes unconscious behind you. You then hear Nikolai, who previously cut Damirava's throat wide open, goes, "Brother, hold on, big brother's coming to help out," and moves over here. Gedwin, it's your turn again.
Wait, he could
Whoa,
move
he's-
that far? What the fuck?
He's fast.
Dude, he was right
Jump
here.
over a fucking thing, isn't that like?
You're
rough
right.
terrain?
I should give him an athletics check. Is drunk and he has to go over a bar. So yeah, he goes like this and goes chest on the bar, and that ends his turn.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
He's
Now,
He's trying to do his Coyote Ugly.
I turned to
It's
Izek and
kind of
say-
comical. It would have been a lot funnier aside from the fact that he'd almost just killed an innocent woman.
Well, I do two things to end my turn. One is I turn to Izek and say, now that the kids went to bed, the grown-ups can play. And I nod to him. And then I turn to Uriel and say, you take care of her.
I am taking care of her.
You take care of her further away from here.
I can't move her. Her throat is pierced.
Anyway, yeah, new round starts. It is your turn.
Okay. Time to smack a bitch. 20 on Izek.
Nice.
That hits. You slam the warhammer into his broad, muscular chest, and he grunts in pain. But does
That's
not
a
move
1
further.
again. I
Yep,
can reroll that.
go ahead. Oof.
Okay, I have to take that.
Don't forget your D4 as well.
I know, but I have to take that. Motherfucker.
Mwah.
Izek looks
Magnifico.
down at the hammer that is like on his chest, grabs it, and just shoves it back to you, and he says,
If you're gonna try and kill me, you're gonna have to hit 20 times harder than that.
and then
20
cracks
rounds
his
later.
knuckles.
I nod to him. I nod to him and I say, of course. I want to
And-
start light.
11 misses you. 26
Just
does
going
not,
easy
though.
on you.
But that's
that-
that's the offhand, right? Not the.
That is his normal fist, yes.
Okay.
So that is a significantly less amount of damage. 4, he clocks you right in the jaw.
Okay, and I have to roll d20 plus 2.
Get anything but a 1 and you maintain your concentration. Yep. Alright. So Nikolai takes his turn, slides across, spends half the movement to stand up, slides across, runs over here, and then takes the dash action to move again. And that's his turn. Carl's unconscious, so Gedwin, you're up again.
But Carl is behind me, right? Am I still?
Yes.
Am I flanked from Nikolai now?
Yes, because the way flanking works in 5th edition is if an ally is within 5 feet, melee opponents have advantage.
Okay. I look at Izek and I say, excuse me for 1 minute. And I roll on Nikolai.
13 does not hit. He dodges out of the way nimbly, palming your warhammer into the nearby table, leaving a dent in the wood.
Okay, let me check something. I mean, I can't do guided strike, unfortunately. Isn't he like drunk too?
No,
No,
he is not drunk at all.
But you said he was drunk when he was like getting off over the thingy.
Oh, Nikolai?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were attacking Izek. Yeah, you hit.
No. That was
you hit Nikolai, no problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
have advantage on the roll, so you can roll again if you want.
Oh no, if I hit him, that's fine.
You might get a critical.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
so,
do
yeah.
not.
Sorry, I just figured, doesn't hurt to take the advantage.
Sure.
Yeah.
D8 plus.
That's non-lethal as well, right? Both lethal for this guy.
yeah, No. I'll do non-lethal.
All right. Don't forget your D4. Yeah, well, bam! You slam, and Nikolai's head spins a bit as you see a splatter of blood come out of his mouth, followed by a couple teeth. and he turns back and he
Oh wait,
gives...
hold on. I took 4 damage last turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 27.
All right, and you want to move, or is that your turn?
That is my turn.
All right, Ezek's back up. He's going to attack. Both attacks
With
have
advantage.
advantage.
Oh motherfucker. Oh motherfucker.
That's yeah, both hit. So one demon hand slams into you, dealing 18 again.
Oh.
And then 6 on the follow-up strike. He goes boom, getting hit with that demon. That weird multi-fingered hand is like getting hit with a warhammer to the
So I'm getting
gut.
hit by her 24. Yeah, 24.
And then on
right?
the wind-up, he grabs you by the beard and slams his normal human fist into your nose, crumpling it. You smell blood. Nikolai swings, and since he has disadvantage because he's drunk, but he also has advantage that cancels out, tries to punch you.
Whew.
14 misses.
Okay.
Brings you up again.
Sweet. Let's see. It's next turn.
Oh, Dan.
Mhm.
You took 24 points of damage, so
I
you gotta
did.
do a concentration check.
Oh, you're right. Well, I have to.
Two separate
several.
ones. One's 18 and one's 6.
A plus 2. I guess we'll do it in order. Oh, yes!
Nice. All right, now we
Nice.
just gotta get the 6 out of the way.
D20 plus 2.
Whew, all right,
Got
you're
him.
good. Still have
Nerves
your
of fucking
Yep.
steel, bro.
There's pain, but you still feel your god's love and affection keeping you safe, maintaining your spell.
Okay. Okay, so let me see. I have a lot of stuff I can do, so I need to be careful with 3 HP.
And a drunk and a not drunk attacking you.
Also,
Also-
yeah.
The rowdies they brought with them are just cheering wildly. They're like, "Yeah, fuck him up, Carl!" And then as Carl goes down, he's like, "Oh, shit, fuck him up, Nikolai!"
Okay. Okay. First, I would like to do a second wind. I can use a bonus action to regain hit points equal to 1d10 plus my fighter level. My fighter level is 3, meaning I can roll a d10 plus 3.
Yes, sir.
/ roll d10 plus 3. Motherfucker.
Oh my god. Do you want to
Okay,
use
so-
your inspiration to re-roll that?
Inspiration.
Oh, okay.
So I have 7 HP. Okay, no problem. Well, technically that's a bonus action. So
Yeah. Still have your
I
whole
need-
turn.
yeah, but I mean technically a bonus action. Do you have to take a normal action with a bonus action or no?
No, you could do bonus actions separate from the action.
All right,
that you
that's
get.
fine. I'm gonna hit Nikolai again.
All right, that hits. Yeah, boom.
Oh, I get advantage, right? So whatever. That's a 2. I can re-roll the 2.
Okay.
That's a better roll plus roll d4. I do 13 damage to Nikolai.
Nikolai spins with the impact of your hammer, and goes slamming into this table,
Found it.
unconscious and bleeding out of his mouth.
Okay. Then I would like to. Shit. Okay. I know all my spells, but I had to prepare the ones that I wanted to use, right?
Mhm.
That's still how it works. Okay, so I didn't prepare Cure Wounds, so I cannot heal myself. Okay. Let me see. And this guy's not undead, right? Isaac is not undead.
He's just weird.
Okay, got it.
He's a weird dude.
Okay. I will do and I can. You said I can give myself my saving ability check bonus, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action surge
All right.
to give myself guidance, and I put my hammer down, just plant it into the ground, put my hand to my heart, and give myself guidance as such because I have to. It's somatic.
Yep. Oh, you do have to do the motion.
I do, so I do that, and I would like to roll a persuasion check with the extra D4 and
Just to let you know, you do have disadvantage on the roll because he's soulless, and they have disadvantage on all social checks. Made to or they make.
okay,
All right.
11.
What do you
plus
say? What do you say to persuade him?
D4, 12. So I look, and he is maintaining eye contact.
Yeah, he hasn't broken eye contact with you, and he's like huffing and puffing, but not out of like exhaustion, just because like he is loving this fight. Like he is overwhelmed with joy. In fact, he's grinning like a madman at this point.
So I first say to him,
I noticed that doll. Story.
Don't talk about it.
He snarls angrily.
okay, I nod and say,
I respect a man's limits.
and then I look around, and I say,
It seems that the two boys you're babysitting may need some help. Perhaps
Yeah, they
you'd
do.
you'd want to get to that.
No, I want to pound your face until it's pulp, and then I'll take them home. I can do both. I'm a strong guy.
And what makes you want to do both?
Because it makes me happy causing pain. And you're annoying.
More annoying than their mother?
Yeah.
and I lift my eyebrow.
He looks at you, and do you end your turn or no?
Well, let me know what he says to that, and then
He says,
Nothing would make me more happy than ripping your nose off and shoving it down your fucking annoying mouth.
then I
This guy's
look
serious.
him. Then I look him in the eye and says, and I
I don't know what I says to him.
I say to him,
I says a
In that
couple of
case-
says.
I say,
In that case, remember our agreement.
Sure, I'll make sure to give you a couple dunks in the keg.
And then he says, "But," as he rears back with possibly one final punch,
You are annoying.
oh, that's a miss. Oh! He actually stumbles forward and goes
Oh.
prone, so he spends half his movement to stand up, provoking an attack of opportunity from you.
What a poor little guy.
And then it is your turn right after that, Gedwin.
okay. Now, real talk. If I were
My
to
little
actually
prony.
would not help me in any way.
What was that?
If I were to like have mercy on him and help him up, that would not help
No.
me in any.
Just like briefly out of DM mode, this guy is literally the equivalent of Jason from Friday the 13th. He's an unrelenting psychopath that hates everything that's alive.
Yeah, no
There's no
case for
mercy here.
Okay. Sure.
That's what I said the other day when I was out biking. This is an unrelenting psychopath. Jeez. How am I gonna get home?
Ah!
It's
You crack
uphill.
him across the jaw with your warhammer, and he spits out a mixture of purple and black and red blood.
Whoa.
I
And then he
I-
just takes his hand and thumbs the blood away, and just smirks. And he
And he-
says,
About time you hit hard.
We're maintaining eye contact.
Yep.
Okay. Say.
like the hammer slammed into him, but all that really moved was his head slightly. He did those gold yellow eyes didn't leave your own sight for a moment.
Okay. And let's see. Cool. Oh, can I actually actually no. I'm gonna save that just because it's my god delivers bolts of inspiration to me when I'm engaged in battle, but kicking a guy while he was prone doesn't seem to be
Against your coda.
It doesn't seem like the most honorable time to get inspiration.
all
So
right.
I'm gonna pass on that. So
It's your turn though.
I'm gonna say, oh no. I'm gonna hit him now. It's just I wasn't gonna double hit him.
Okay.
So I looked at him and I said,
Dan,
good to-
for adhering to your character so intensely, I will give you inspiration.
Yeah.
okay, thank you.
I know you were subtly begging for it because you said your god gives you inspiration during battle. So
No,
consider it-
actually, that's literally. I was not subtly begging for it. I was literally reading it. What the feature said.
I know,
It says,
I know, but I'm just
No,
joking.
I actually was not expecting inspiration. I was actually role playing. God,
Yeah,
you know,
you did
fuck
good.
you, right?
Got inspiration for that. Good job.
Alright,
Keep it up.
sweet. Thank you, Tempest.
You're welcome.
Right, so as he said that, I say to him, "Good to know you still bleed." Okay, and then on my turn, I actually now. Okay, now I'll still hit him.
That's it. Bop him
Okay,
with you slam, slew with the hammer.
Okay, so I hit him one time. That is a 3, so I don't reroll that. But I do add a d4, so that's 6. And then now I'm gonna use my thing. It's my War Priest feature, which lets me, when you use an attack action, you can make one weapon attack as a bonus action. I can use this up to my Wisdom modifier.
All right.
Which is
you can
2.
do that twice.
So, well, no, I can use the feature twice. I can only
Yeah,
use the bonus.
that's what I meant. That also hits.
Hit.
Go ahead with damage.
D4, 13 more. So I give him 2 quick whacks, 1 weak, but then kind of like a fake out whack, and then the main one goes in.
He staggers from that blow, and he says, as he spits out another mouthful of blood,
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this so much.
and reads back. This
Wait,
is
wait,
with the first ones.
Hold on, yeah, I want to. Wait, he didn't have to spend his turn getting up?
He did. He had a move action last turn, so he spent that standing up. That's why you got the attack of opportunity.
Oh, right. Okay, and then, okay, so I smile at him and say, I've never had more fun.
Do you move, by the way? I should ask if you moved.
I will not move. I will stand to my ground.
Normal
so-
human hand slams into your chest, dealing 7. Oof. Wow, that's...
That's right on the money.
So you go unconscious.
Oh
and that,
no.
And we will find out what happens to you right now. So when you, Jorbis, Iron Wolf, and Amstel return to the Blue Water Inn, you notice that Uriel is tending to a sobbing Domirava. She's leaning heavily against him, shuddering with every blow, as you see that she has a vicious X-shaped scar that seems almost infected, clinging to her throat. Uriel then turns to and he says, "We'll talk tomorrow morning. Not now. Not now." There's evidence that there was a very large scuffle. There's blood splattering all over in the top left corner. And there's also drag marks, several of them, 3 in total. What do you guys do?
And clearly Gedwin is not here.
Gedwin's not there.
Yeah.
I go upstairs and go to bed.
All right. What do you do, Iron Wolf and Amstel?
God, I don't know. I
Really
don't
wish I had a
do.
good heal roll.
That would have been good.
Unlucky, dude.
Dan, that was awesome though, man. Like, I'm
Was
not
that
gonna
was
lie.
how close was I?
Not close. He has 117 HP.
How much did I do? Like 30, 40?
40-ish? You got him to 60%.
Okay, good. All right. I don't feel so bad because if it was like one turn away, then I'd feel a little bad because I had 2 more attacks come in. Okay.
It was a slighted
God,
combat.
I don't know. Iron Wolf, what do we do?
You guys keep in mind, you guys don't know shit.
I'll put
Yeah.
Jorvis in bed. I tuck Jorvis in, give him a little kiss on the forehead, like.
Well, I
"Mwah."
mean, wait. Once
Thanks.
it's after hours, aren't we supposed to go meet up with Uriel and?
Yeah, he said he doesn't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I mean, you notice that he's consoling his wife, who seems deeply traumatized.
Iron Wolf wouldn't let he can't go to sleep without like at least knowing what happened to Gedwin. So
Are the 2 barrels still over there on the side?
yeah, I don't know.
No, the kegs are gone,
Okay.
but there is a large amount of alcohol seeping
Iron
into
Wolf,
the ground,
if you
so
want
it
to
looks
go
like
figure out
Izek.
what happened to Gedwin, I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Uriel real quick and be like,
Gentlemen,
I know you're in trouble. Can you tell me anything?
they took him out the back. The 2 walkers and that man, Gedwin. I wish I could say I honored him, but my wife, her throat was cut. I had no choice but to tend to her, and he fought valiantly, but after Izek knocked him out, he drowned him in that keg of ale, and then dragged his body out back.
All right,
It's how I would have wanted to go.
we really didn't mean for this to happen to you, but I need to go see what happened to Gedwin. We're not gonna leave you, like.
No, he's your friend. Go.
Yeah, so I'm
Thursday.
gonna
I'll
rush.
watch over the little one. He
Gonna
says,
rush.
as you see Jorvis go, oh no, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
He just goes to her room,
So
falls
yeah,
asleep.
I rush out the back door.
Amstel, do you accompany?
Yeah. I can't let just Iron Wolf run off alone.
So, you see, this was a while ago, but you follow the drag marks. It's not hard. There's several of them. They're wide. They're man-sized. And as you run through this town of Valaki, you notice that there is a hulking figure, about 6'7", with wide shoulders. He's got 2 men easily slumped over his shoulder, carrying them like pig meat. And he's dragging Gedwin by his beard. You notice that Gedwin is bleeding heavily from a crushed nose and missing teeth from his mouth, bruising all over his face. And as the night sky shines overhead with the moon full, you notice that Izek is walking towards a stockade. He tosses Carl and Nikolai onto the ground, who fall with a one of them throws up and groans before slipping back into unconsciousness. He then grabs Gedwin by the face, pinching his nose, which is broken, and just pushing it into his skull until it's gone. And then slams his head into the wood,
Damn,
and
that's
then
brutal.
locks him in the stockades, and then walks over to the front, breaks both his hands, and shoves them into the wood, and then nails them there.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Yo, literally Jesus.
He then doesn't spit, but you see. In fact, both of you guys roll perception, real quick.
Sure.
Oh, shit, where's my character sheet? Not so perceptive.
Iron Wolf, your eyes are locked on this grisly display of sadism, as Gedwin is just brutalized in his unconscious state and horribly disfigured. Amstel, though, you see Ezek's face this entire time. He's got this manic grin. You see that he has this huge, hulking, muscled-out right arm that has 6 fingers and 2 thumbs, and he uses that one to crush Gedwin's nose into his skull. After he finishes hammering the nails into the stockades into Gedwin's palms, he lets out a bark of laughter and kicks Gedwin in the face, adding one last insult to his injuries, and then picks the 2 men up, one over each shoulder, and walks towards a large mansion with stained glass windows that depict a devil and an angel, each of them flowing gold upon a needy populace. The gates open up as Ezek approaches, and he unceremoniously flings both of them onto the gate as a guard runs over and starts chastising him before he snaps his demonic arm and a fireball engulfs the guard, reducing him to ash.
Jesus.
He then pulls out a doll, which he looks at forlornly, tucks it into his back pocket, and shuffles into a nearby hovel. It looks like that's all they really afford him. You hear the guard, horribly burnt, screaming in pain, and Nikolai and Karl Wachter groaning in pain. Gedwin does not make any sound, though. What do you guys do?
Wait, so where, like, Nikolai and, like, the Lochters, where are they?
Sorry, I forgot to change the map.
That's okay.
Let's see. The stockades are right here where Gedwin is, right next to N2. And N2 is actually the mansion I just described. So they're in there right now.
Okay, but they're, yeah. I'm not going to leave them in there, or I'm not going to leave them in the stockade, so I'm going to go and start prizing nails out of his hands and...
All right. As you get closer, you don't hear breathing coming from Gedwin.
Yeah, I'm gonna get his body out.
All right. It takes you about 5 minutes. And as you pull his body out, Gedwin does not have a heartbeat.
Oh, so he's like confirmed dead. Totally.
Well, I
dead.
need you to do a medicine check.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah. Cause I'm saying to Amstel, I'm like, Amstel, this is serious.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. I think he's done for. I mean, we
I
could.
think he's done 5.
Done
Well,
6.
Yeah, seriously.
You can't summon up that little foliage. Where's
Well,
that? Where's
Amstel
that damn
actually-
shrub? Well, we need him.
As Iron Wolf mentions that, you hear a familiar voice resonate in your mind that says,
Boss, they told me not to grow here. If they see me, I don't know what's gonna happen to you. But if you want me to come out, I will. I don't want Gedwin to die.
Just like, can you just be a grower but not a shower? We don't want to We don't
Well,
want people to
he's
see
talking
you.
complete- Unfortunately, Iron Wolf, you are not in
No,
Amstel's
no.
mind.
Yeah.
I can still joke.
Yes.
Well,
I appreciate it. I'm just saying, like, that is OOC. That is out of character.
I do.
That's upper level, up
Yeah.
meta, 2 meta.
I mean, I do have almost the same question though. Like, could I? Yeah. I mean, could I sneak you in here? Could we somehow hide and get you in here? Or
Here, guys, like, stand back to back, real quick.
Yeah,
Tell Iron Wolf to do that.
I'm
Amstel.
gonna like
Tell him for me.
real
we
wide,
gotta,
real
we gotta
wide
line
shoulder
up, form
stance.
a little human wall here.
Yep.
All right. So between both of you, a single branch grows with a golden apple.
He says, that's what I make the good berry ale from. My golden apples.
All right. Yeah.
It might help Gedwin if he's still alive.
I grab it, and like I was like, we got even if he's dead, we gotta try. If he was dead, those things would have come to take him by now.
Just
So
give them good berries a squeeze.
I'm mashing up the fruit, and I'm just like squeezing it into his like mouth, and I'm like, come on, Gedwin, don't be like me. We gotta keep your body pure.
Okay.
Lamau.
Gedwin,
Yes.
you awakened
Wait.
to the taste of sweet cider with a hint of alcohol.
Okay,
No,
I like-
you can't talk though because your
First-
nose is concaved in on itself.
first breath he gives, I'm like bark and bite. You did good. Get out of here. We gotta get him off the street.
I go,
That's,
The branch forms a rudimentary hand which gives you a thumbs up,
yeah.
and then very much like Arnie in T2, it sinks into the ground until it disappears.
I love that little shrub.
a little. You want to say bitch, didn't you?
No, I want to
Birch,
say
little birch.
yeah, that son of a birch. He's
there's
like
2 things that you guys know from the
clutch.
guards though, is that if Gedwin's removed from the stocks, they're probably gonna know it was you because you're his allies. And they'll hunt you down, and then you're gonna be kicked out of the town,
Right.
which may prove counterproductive to what you need to do here. Secondly, you know that Ezek dude is fucked up.
Yeah.
Clearly.
There you go. How long does this last?
No, but I can't use that. I mean, that's mirror images of me. I would need it to be a mirror
Okay.
image of him. Unfortunately.
Can we I know Gedwin
Stuff a
isn't
pillow under the sheets.
Gedwin isn't like back to 100%.
No, he's at 1 HP.
1 HP, but like, so so like we all know this. We all know like the state we're in. I'm gonna like just. I'm trying to think. Do I have any other like healing potion in my bag or something? What do I have? Cinnamon burgundy potion. I think that might have already been used for something.
Oh, you do have the potions you got from the hags.
Yeah, I don't.
One's
know.
called Mother's Milk. The other one was called I don't know. I can't remember them at the top of my head.
I've got half a bottle of whiskey. That probably will bring him back.
Yeah, just because I mean like Gedwin, like this like we're in a pickle. Can you, if we patch you up a little bit, can you weather just being back in the stockade? I'm not gonna like nail your hands back in, and maybe I won't even lock it, but we need to at least make it look like.
Wait, am I conscious right now?
Yeah, but you're in a world of pain.
It builds character.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's like what your character's mindset is like. Everything hurts.
Am I allowed
Yeah.
to do? I'm out of combat, right? Can I do healing surges or no?
You can't rest in this position because you're forced to like stand up.
Does
And
healing
horribly
hit,
bent
sorry,
over.
not healing surge. I hit dice. Hit
Yeah,
dice
that
requires.
requires a short rest, and you can't rest in a stockade because
Can
you're
we-
not at rest.
Is there like, I mean, do we have like, I mean, guards are probably gonna be around. I was gonna say we could just like try and patch them up in an alley for like
Oh, can I
a couple
just,
hours,
like-
so we could do a short
Can
rest.
I wave them away and be like?
Well, your hands are nailed to the stockade, so
And they're
no.
nailed.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Right.
they're broken, so I wouldn't be able to do it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking potato, dude.
All right, but you're not dead.
I'm not dead. I'm just a potato.
Yeah. We gotta. I think.
Yeah, dude.
Jorbus, you can.
Yeah, Jorvis gets out of the bed, runs up to him. And
If Jorbus wakes up early, he can do anything.
Yeah, technically you could go to bed. You're sleeping.
Oh my god.
I could, and it'd be a mystery what happens.
Yeah.
Jacob's
I don't know
Jacob's tired, but he's also like.
I'm the best role
engrossed.
player ever.
What
Get
happened?
ready for this, everybody. I'm a roleplay being asleep.
Dude, I mean, hey, I roleplayed not being there for your tarot card
don't
thing.
touch me there.
It's only right, guys.
I mean, technically, I mean, I don't mind
Yeah.
if he leaves if he's already kind of like.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
We
Alright,
could
guys.
just we could just end before.
Yeah, like
he wakes
I was
up.
gonna say we have to end soon anyway because I also have to get to sleep.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, exactly.
I mean,
Okay,
so
I'll
it's up
stay
to
up
you guys.
for a little bit more then before I actually roleplay it.
Yeah. I don't
Jacob
know.
becomes the mask and goes to sleep. All right, but yeah, guys, let me know what you want to do for Gedwin, then we'll pick up hopefully maybe in 2 weeks.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Do you guys want to do like the other one next week or anything like that? I don't know.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah,
My-
I'd be cool with that.
My schedule has gotten a fair bit more forgiving now, so that's nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry to give you guys a cliffhanger, but
No, I like a cliffhanger. It's exciting.
A Gedwin hanger.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
so what do you guys want to do for Gedwin to maybe ease his suffering a bit?
Oh, you could just leave him to suffer for 2 weeks.
Put him out of his misery.
Yeah, I mean we've.
Old Yeller style. Get the
who has
crossbow.
a healing potion from a hag? Because I don't have those in my bag.
I think
I don't.
Must be
Gedwin had
Jorvis.
them. I remember Gedwin had them.
Did I? No, I didn't.
No, I remember Matt's character said, "Here, Gedwin, you can have that," and he put them in your bags.
Oh, well, I don't know. Is my bag on me?
No, you've been removed. They have your warhammer too.
Oh, my warhammer. Oh my God. Can I get like a? Can I use my inspiration to regain like 200 HP and go get back my warhammer?
No, but I'll let you use your inspiration to give you a strength check to try and break the stockades. I'll even give you advantage on the strength check.
No, I don't need your handouts. Handouts. That's what I want to say. I don't need your handouts. I'll take
Okay.
a fine. I'll do the inspiration.
I don't need your hand meat.
I'll do what, a strength check.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do the. I don't need no fucking advantage, motherfucker. Yeah. Okay.
Die.
You try and move, but unfortunately, you just make the nails go a bit deeper into your skin. You go back unconscious.
Okay. 1 damage.
Yep, 1 damage.
Okay.
Ugh.
I don't need no fucking advantage, dude.
So yeah, Amstel and Iron Wolf, what do you guys' course of action? Do you like get... He's like and goes back to sleep.
I mean, is he? So he's stable. He's...
You guys hear one forlorn to the wine fields.
I thought I can't talk.
No, I was just joking.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a memory. I mean,
All the memories of Gedwin.
I like literally, if he dies, he's not gonna die, but it's still like a moral blow. It's demoralizing. But he might be, I don't know, he might just survive and have to suffer through it a little bit. Cause,
Alright.
yeah, I don't know, Amstel, like what do you think?
I mean, we don't have a lot of options. I feel like if we take him out of here, we are going to get our asses handed to us.
Yeah.
And if we just leave him here, we can kind of work around town some. We know where he is. So.
And
Yeah.
I'm unconscious, so it's not like I'm not bleeding out, right? I'm stable.
No, you're stable. You're just
Yeah,
in a
that's
lot
fine.
of pain.
This is probably better than 1 HP, honestly.
Yeah, you're not aware of the pain.
Did those,
Yeah.
so wait, so, Brendan, did those, the hag pies, when I ate one, I know it like tripped me out, but did it like...
No, they don't. I'll just be honest. They don't have restorative effects. All they do is just make you experience pure bliss.
Bliss.
Oh wait, that might be good. He might just be happy with the torture then.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna
Oh, sorry.
if Gedwin can if he can like eat a little bit, I'd say I don't know what's in these things. I don't think it's anything good, but at least it's gonna make your night a little bit easier, buddy. So,
Alright, so
I just
you open his
I
mouth
mash
and
up-
you force. Yeah.
just like a little I'm not gonna like choke him, but I just like kind of paste some of this like kid pie into his mouth. It's like
Jesus Christ.
your God will forgive you for being a cannibal.
This
Just
got so
live.
fucking dark.
Just live.
All right,
I
so
don't know
Iron
if
Wolf.
my God cares about cannibalism. He's probably pretty pleased that I went down in the blaze of glory, because
Yeah.
he's a god of war and he's all for honorable matches and shit.
Yeah, man, we're breaking all new boundaries, so,
So,
munch
Iron
on
Wolf-
this a little bit.
You pulp it up. You feed it like a mother hen feeding a fledgling.
We'll see.
Wait,
you in
what
the
am I
morning.
eating?
You're eating kid pie to give you blissful dreams.
Oh, whatever. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe I should have even asked,
So-
because I don't.
For the next 10 hours, Gedwin is in a lackadaisical state of pure bliss. You feel no pain, you feel no fear, you feel joy.
But I don't regain HP.
No, but it's like when you become conscious next, you will not be in pain. You will be happy. Even if people are throwing stones at you, you'll be
Yeah.
happy.
It's a mercy.
Yeah, and with that, we'll end the night. Because I gotta go to sleep and I have to take a pee.
Yeah, dude.
I need
Alright,
to
guys.
then.
was a lot of
Do it in
fun.
whatever order you prefer.
I think it's gonna be second, followed by the first.
Oh, wait. Brendan, what are you doing Saturday night?
I'm gonna be in Boston, my friend.
Why are you gonna be in Boston?
Salem is having a crazy ass Halloween party. I'm gonna be there.
Oh, dude, a buddy of mine from work is gonna be around, so
Oh, cool.
he's going to Salem. I'm not saying you have to meet up, but you got
Hey, if
some
you
good.
want to introduce me to him, I'd be happy to hang out with him.
Yeah, he's got like a buddy in town or something, but yeah, I'll
Sweet.
maybe I'll send an email, whatever.
Yeah, or we could Skype one night and talk. That'd be cool.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Good night, gentlemen. Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll email everyone about maybe next week if y'all are cool with that.
Sounds good, Dan.
Sounds good,
Looking
man.
forward to it, buddy.
Good game, everybody. Epic undertakings.
High five.